All right, welcome back, everyone. This is session 2 of Monsters Incorporated. I am the Dungeon Master, and today we will be rejoining Tonrock, the Arctic Bearfolk Druid, Drakmar, the Sable Catfolk Blade Singer, with his trusty companion Kerr, the Barn Owl Familiar, his friend Soul, the foul catfolk wizard with a or sorcerer with a unique sorcerer source of power coming from the stars. Collect Clem, the Minotaur barbarian who fancies himself as a diplomat. Nalrar, a custom spider-based race called the Drider. Their goblin prisoner, Barnabas II, the local hero who at first came to drive these monsters out but has now befriended them, the village full of humanoids, and a new player who will be playing an apeling character that we will introduce as the game continues here. We're going to pick up with these guys waking up outside the barn, Barnabas having kept his word and protected them and kept them safe throughout the night. And now he is heading off to bed to rest after waking the companions up. So you guys awaken to Barnabas saying, "All right, my shift is ended. Time to be up and about with you."
You have my thanks, Barnabas. Our thanks, that is.
Yes, thank you.
No, it was my pleasure. You guys fought honorably at my side and are helping me track down my father's killers, and I am grateful. But now it is time for me to rest. So I've told the villagers that you are to not be accosted. There's firewood in the barn to start a small fire to cook yourself some breakfast, and then I suggest you be on your way.
Was there not more to the goblins? A chieftain of sorts. Ah, and there he goes.
Oh yeah, there's more to do with the goblins, but I just stayed up all night making sure that the villagers here didn't accost you guys, so I gotta go sleep.
Right. We will look into the matter and perhaps return later.
Yeah, that'd be great. Handle my light work for me.
All right, so I guess I'll whip up some breakfast, and I'll start cooking.
So who goes into the barn to get some firewood?
I will.
All right, so you're just outside of the barn, and as you head in, you see several large cows just standing around eating at their grains, and you see a pile of broken furniture and other things that can be used for kindling off over by the side of the cows over here.
Okay, I will slowly approach in a non-threatening manner to the cows and just grab the wood.
As you approach, the cows become slightly agitated by your carnivore-like appearance. Well, omnivore. You are a bear, but they don't like panic or anything. They just shuffle away from you.
All right, well, I'll pick up the wood and then head back out to start the fire.
Okay.
Do I see a place where I can start a fire without saying fire to the barn?
Yeah, I mean, you go out like 20 feet or whatever.
You know that with Kira, the spreading flames is not an issue.
That's true. All right, so we'll start the fire here. Drakmar, can you help me out?
I've got a campfire token. It'll be right there.
Hey, you need help with fire.
Well, you are the expert.
Oh,
So I still don't trust these humans, so I'm going to keep a lookout up on top of the barn.
Okay. Using your spider climb ability, you shimmy up the side of the barn and sit on the roof, keeping an eye on everything.
So I guess our next order of business is to figure out what we're gonna do with this goblin chieftain.
yes, well, we'll have to find him first. Did Barnabas give us any information on that? Or did we learn anything from the goblin? Do we still have the goblin?
Yeah, you guys still have the goblin. He's right there, tied up. And
I guess we'll just turn around to him.
and he will lead you to where the big boss is.
Really? Just like that?
That's what he says. I mean,
Oh boy.
he's a lion-ass goblin, but he still said it, so.
That's fair.
Can motivate him with squishing his skull.
So
We do
does
have a minotaur
he
and a
speak
giant
like
bear.
broken common or something? Or did one of us speak?
Undercommon.
Oh, you speak undercommon, okay.
Yeah.
Did he tell you like a general direction? Maybe I can like send my owl. I'll wait.
He's kind of really bad at, you know, what do I know of from directions?
That's fair. Maybe he knows of a like a point de référence. What the hell is that in English? A point of reference.
Yeah,
Not
but
from a
like
goblin.
you can't understand what he's like. He's telling you the markers, but you don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Once we set out, you can have the bird fly ahead of us.
Like pointy tree and, you know, blue rock and stuff like that, but you know, like you don't know necessarily what he's talking about as coming from a goblin, you know. Plus, do goblins even see the same colors as you?
That is a good question.
I mean, I know the answer. I'm just pointing out that, like, as the goblin's describing things, like, who knows?
I say let's just put him over the fire and make him scream and make him show us the way that way.
He says no need. He'll like follow me.
Well, whatever Tonrock cooks up, I scarf down, then make ready.
So, either Tonrak is supplying all of the rations, or everybody who's eating needs to subtract a ration. Anybody who doesn't eat, let me know.
Ominous.
I'm nibbling on some rations up on the roof.
What do your people even eat?
Basically, they're omnivores. They can eat meat and plant life. They've got a pretty strong stomach, so unless it's putrid, I can pretty much eat it. Don't get much taste, though.
So everything's kind of bland and dull and like
Yeah,
oatmeal
Food
to
is
you.
sustenance.
Yeah.
That's about it.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, this is a custom race, so I get to find out stuff about it as we go along too. So, figured this was as good a time to ask what you even feed one of you.
Nuts, berries, jerky. It works. It's just I'm not gonna be like, ooh, fancy meal. Also, my race is inebriated easily due to the fact that not much experience with alcohol.
Fair, fair.
You
Oh,
fall over at the scent of it.
I don't have a very good nose, so I'd say no. Maybe Bear Man.
Bear man.
all right. So as you guys are finishing eating, all of a sudden you hear one of the peasant villagers shout, "Traveler coming in! 2 of them!" A short
Where is he?
time a short time later. Oh, well, do you guys do anything to prepare for the traveler coming in?
What direction is the sound coming from?
They're coming from the west, the left of you. Oh, and Kamith, don't forget to switch your speaking as to Drakmar, or not Drakmar. Yeah, Drakmar. You're Drakmar. Oh, I see. You're switching between character. Okay, we're good.
I'm just
Yes,
gonna.
yes. Mark down -1 ration, and we'll make sure we get your inventory taken care of.
I think that's Guards.
Hi. Sorry.
No problem. Get logged in as soon as you can, and nothing really much has happened. You guys woke up and ate breakfast and are going to decide what to do with the goblin. But as you're doing that, one of the peasant villagers who was on lookout near the edge of town calls in that there's a traveler coming in, and Nalrar moves to position himself to see. You can see an old man and a smallish figure draped in a heavy cloak concealing his form coming up the road.
Oh. Why? Why won't it let me log in? Why does it do this every week?
Do you have your name and password saved?
Gonna
No.
shouting out to the group. Travelers from the east. 2 of them.
West.
West.
The other east.
Are they large?
An old man and a small figure. Can't make out the small one.
Oh yes, and as Kerr flies out overhead, you can roll for perception to see if Kerr can notice anything about the strangers approaching.
I mean, does anything seem ominous about them?
It's 2 people approaching a settlement in the middle of like the bad borderlands and everything. Oh no, you gotta roll for perception by clicking on the token.
Yeah. Did you adjust his modifier though? Because he has a +3 modifier.
It's all in there.
Oh, cool. Because originally it was at +0.
Really?
Yeah, it still says +0.
Still says +0. Well, okay, so that's 21, and I will open up his sheet and make sure he gets his +3.
Cool.
Just slap those numbers around a little bit. Just slap them around.
Well, it's better than the first. I rolled nat 1 and then nat 20.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, it says
got it
+3
right.
in here.
That's odd.
What's going on?
Oh, is that all the little children? Are those little dots children?
Yeah.
Chicken.
No,
Oh,
those are
the-
chickens.
Oh,
All
please,
those chickens.
please don't eat the children. The chickens, might have one if you like do some work for the villagers or something.
So tasty.
Tastes like chicken.
Children, the other white meat.
Yeah, you guys just endeared yourselves to these villagers, and you're gonna mess it up the first morning by just helping yourselves to some of the smaller ones.
Nah, we're good.
So
We're friends, yeah.
yeah, they're friends, not food. So Kerr looks down and he can see an elderly Asian-looking man that comes from the land of Rokugan, and traveling with him underneath the hood, Kerr catches a glimpse of a tail peeking out from behind the cloak and an ape-like face underneath the heavy shadows of the hood.
That's curious.
Son Goku.
I stand and they must not be trouble. It is a human and an ape folk.
I mean, that doesn't mean very much. Let me go greet them.
At least make sure they're not here to cause trouble.
And
Hello, good sirs.
And so now, as they approach, the old man steps in front of the cloaked figure and sends out a greeting in Rokugan, which none of you speak. And then when none of you understand it, he tries in Elvish. Do any of you speak Elvish?
Ah, yes. And Drakmal speaks Elvish.
All right. So in Elvish, he says, "Greetings, strangers. I am a merchant, and this is my ward. We mean you no harm and bring goods to trade."
Greetings, stranger. We are merely passengers. My Elvish is not very good.
What is word?
What is word, exactly? The villagers here would likely be happy to serve you, but be warned that they do not see kindly upon us beast folk.
He appears to be put off by what you say at first, but seeing that you guys are all, anthropomorphic animal-like, creatures, he is a little more comfortable realizing that you have, guessed the truth of Sun Zhang's appearance. And at that, I will let you, David, decide how your character handles that, but now you know that you could pull off your cloak and introduce yourself, or you could continue to hang back for a bit.
I'm gonna hide between Hanyu's legs, sort of still behind him, wary of outsiders.
Are you very tiny?
No,
Joker.
he's medium-sized, but he's on the smaller side of medium-sized right now. In fact, here, I'll set his token so that it's just a little bit smaller. There you go. So even though he's very young, he's growing very quickly. So he's bigger than he realizes, but he still views himself as the small ape man that he was not that long ago. Yes, in fact, Kier is going to send out a little screech because the goblin is starting to gnaw at his bonds.
Give me one moment, please, and I'll kind of
Hey.
jog over.
I got him. Giving him a smack in the back of the head.
Yeah, Big Hero 6. Why don't you scramble him up in some spider silk?
So as you guys handle the goblin, Han Yu begins to show off his wares. He's got, mostly knickknacks and baubles, spices, a couple of like ornamental weaponry, type of things like a jeweled dagger that wouldn't, exactly be any better in combat or anything like that, but it's expensive and fancy looking. And he has a few carved jade figurines that he says bring luck. They're like little necklaces.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. I like little jade figurines. Ooh, ooh.
He says they're only 100 gold.
Only, sir. Who
You can
carries around that kind of money these days?
you can roll for persuasion to try and get it for cheaper.
First, I gotta find out how much I have.
You got to know how good of a roll you need. Would you take 3?
Seriously, where? Oh, okay, there it is. I was like, where the hell is my money? Sorry, I'm not used to your sheet completely yet.
No, I understand. It's not the official one, but I like it because I get to customize stuff a little more.
Oh no, it's fine. I just gotta get used to it. That's all. Well, you say 100, sir. I say 25. That's what I say.
Then
That is much.
that shall be the difficulty class that you shall need to roll.
So what? Persuasion?
Yep.
What is the purpose of these? You say to bring luck.
Yes.
Everyone needs a little luck nowadays, baby.
These are very intricately carved jade figurines that depict various gods from the Rokugan pantheon.
And how many does he have?
Coincidentally, he has 6.
Oh, that's odd.
It's not odd, it's coincidence.
Well, I had a lovely roll.
Twice his conspiracy.
So I say 25, sir. What do you say, huh?
I
25?
say 125.
Oh, now you're going opposite on me. Don't boil my bubbles here, buddy. I'll go up to 50, but that's it.
If you're willing to go to 50, you can roll a difficulty class 20 persuasion. Oh, Nalrar, don't forget to switch to your character.
How do you how do you do the? Well, never mind.
In the chat as
Oof. Oof.
at the bottom of the chat screen, there's an as. He says,
Oh, is there?
for you, 200.
That's it. Just give me that shit.
Oh, calm yourself then.
Let's not start making chaos.
In a childish voice, I scream out the word "Pow!" And a baton from within my hand doubles in size. I remove my hood and
Okay, so right as that is happening, the villagers are so distracted that nobody heard until it's too late, and you guys see and hear the baleful howl of 2 hyenas carrying their riders as they charge in at you.
Do that?
From which direction?
The south.
From the direction of Leroy. Did you have fun, Pop? Oh, sorry.
Is it intentional that line of sight was left open?
It's global illumination. So yeah, this is all happening during the day. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see as far. So they are going to roll for initiative. And then all of you can roll for initiative.
Those tokens aren't on the map, are they?
They are the hyenas.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're just south of us.
south of our cluster.
There we are.
You must extend your map, Caesar.
No, actually, I must retract.
Oh.
Where the heck is initiative? There it is.
Oh yes, I forgot your new David. If you click on your token, all of your macros are up in the upper left-hand corner.
On my token, you say.
Yes, sir.
Interesting combat music there.
I mean, you should know what it is.
Old school Final Fantasy.
All right, so that is everyone. Yes. 2, 3, 4.
I'm here to get everyone ramped up, all right? Let's do this.
First turn. Wow, you guys all got 16s, but it looks like Sun wins the tie.
Does he have more decks?
I bet he does. Rushing up with amazing speed, you see the monkey man leap into the air and bring his quarterstaff down on the goblin's head. Or the hyena or the goblin? You clicked on the hyena, but I want to make sure whether you're attacking the mount or the rider.
I guess the hyena.
Okay.
And as I run up, dashing on the floor really quickly, and swing my quarterstaff at the hyena while letting out a piercing scream.
Yes.
You knock the hyena unconscious and send the goblin tumbling to the ground. And then if that's your turn, you can click on End Combat. If you go to the Macros menu next to Settings, you can click In Bar on End Turn, and then click on Show Macro Quick Bar, and then every time it's your turn, all you have to do is click end combat when you want to end your turn. There's also a button for pause that you can click in bar on, and that'll let you pause your turn if you ever need to.
I'm sorry, how do I do this?
The macro menu is next to settings at the top of the chat. So there's settings all the way on the right, it's the gear. And then just to the left of that is the macro menu. You'll see a list of macros and a bunch of boxes that say in bar. If you click on the one that says end turn and the one that says pause for in bar, and then just below the list of macros is another box that says show macro quick bar. Click on that, and then underneath the chat avatars, you'll see end combat, or not end combat, I'm sorry, end turn and pause. Just click on end turn if that's your turn.
Okay, so I went to the macro, I put end turn, I clicked it in the thing, I clicked show macro quick bar. Okay. I was there.
And now at the bottom left, there will be a couple of buttons. One says end turn and one says pause. You just click on end turn.
I'm sorry, I feel like a moron here. On the bottom, you said, because I'm not seeing anything on the bottom of the chat menu.
After you click in bar on the end turn and pause, and you click on the show macro quick bar under the macros menu, once you have all of those boxes ticked with the check marks in them, then over on the left by the map, there will be two buttons. One says end turn, one says pause, and I see you got it figured out.
Kier will fly 50 feet out and make a perception check to see if there's anything else in the distance, maybe in the trees hidden.
Okay, where does he fly?
I moved him. He's here. He started from the barn and he flew 50 feet here.
Yep, okay, go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh boy.
No, you don't see anything.
Whopping 11. Alright, well, that's his turn.
Ah, seems we have some friends. Gonna use my dash action and horn this frickin' hyena. He's gonna get horned. Great horning of 2011. Is it horns or is it hammering horns? Which one actually is it?
Hammering horns if you're using it as the bonus action.
Yes, after the dash.
Yes.
Okay. Whammy! No, wait.
Hammering horns is the bonus action after you make an attack action.
Yeah, it's regular horns.
I think he just makes a regular horn attack if he uses the dash action.
Ah, yes, that makes sense.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, that was to the hyena.
You
Bull-
have fucking 18 of strength.
Bull strong. You slam into the hyena with such force that it literally knocks the hyena out from underneath the goblin, who kind of hangs in the air like Looney Tunes style for a second before he just drops to the ground right in front of you with a oh shit look on his face.
That's right, buddy.
You basically knocked him out of his shoes, but hyena style.
Got to get rid of that mobility, you know?
Got to get
that's-
rid of that ability to run away.
Now yous can't leave.
Goblin has to realize he's made a terrible error.
Did not think Bull could rush so fast. Get screwed.
And then if that's your
What's up,
turn,
Monkey
you
Man?
can,
We're doing this.
if that's your turn, you can go ahead and click.
Oh
end
yeah,
turn.
whoops! I forgot about that.
And then also under
Too high
the
on his bull rush.
under the chat, at the bottom of the chat, don't forget to click as and then choose your character. Because it said Brian M attacks hyena. We want that to say Collect attacks hyena.
I forget it switches back every time you log in. Oh.
Yep. All right, so the goblin standing in front of the minotaur is kind of like crapping his pants right now. He isn't sure what to do, but he knows. Yeah, he knows that if he like stands and fights you, that he's gonna die. So
Little bitch boy.
yes, but a live one. And then, since that was his bonus action, now he will use his action to dash into the trees.
He wasn't prone from falling off the hyena.
Nope, the other one is prone because he tumbled face first into the dirt, but this one just kind of like hung in midair for a second and then landed on his feet.
There's a brown spot under where he landed, but
Yeah.
So can I just move down? Throw a little something fun his way?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
And do I have on?
What's
How
that?
much range is my comment?
It has a lot of range, but you don't have line of sight to him. Although I didn't set up dynamic lighting to block your line of sight there, those trees do.
Okay. I just randomly fire.
You can, but it's probably just going to hit a tree.
What do you got? Should I fire blindly where he ran?
I mean, there's another guy right there.
don't forget, more prisoners is better.
Mm.
Where is this other guy that you think of?
I
You
can
never
catch
know.
up
You might
to
roll two nat 20s.
Technically have line of sight of him.
You're good with him. You can see around me.
If I throw something, will it hit everyone? The enemy? That is the real question.
It depends on what it is.
Comet decided to fly down.
I mean, you can launch one just randomly, but the chances of hitting your target are pretty slim.
Fine. What I will do, I will scare him with How about a minor illusion?
Oh, you meant the goblin who's prone in front of Collect there. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he has cover and is prone because he's laying down behind your friend. So, like, hitting him with something would be pretty hard unless instead of moving all the way down there, you move over here and then you can just blast him. But he is prone, so you do have disadvantage because he's prone. So, but star shower, hold on. Shooting stars does not require an attack roll. You can just light them up.
Kind of want to just try them.
Yeah, you can just roll an attack roll with your cantrip, which would be Comet.
Just a comment, I take it.
Yeah. And you miss. Also, don't forget to select disadvantage with that one. Or did it not offer you advantage or disadvantage?
Didn't offer me anything.
Okay, I'll see what I can do about setting that up so it works with spells. So, yep, you try to hit the goblin, but he's prone, so it kind of just goes right over him and hits the ground next to him. Wake up, kitty.
Drakmar? Drakmar?
Drakmar is measuring.
It's hard to tell with him sometimes whether he's just napping in the sun or, what he's doing.
Drakmar is going to dash 70 feet. And does the prone
No, he
goblin
doesn't.
attempt-
No, he's got enough to worry about. He's not really like thinking, "Oh, hey, quick swing at this cat running past me."
All right, and it's my action. Got no bonus actions, and that's about it.
That's right. Leave the prisoner unguarded.
I mean, he's got 6 hands. He could just like.
Hold him with 3 and use the other 3 to do something else.
And he did retie the hempen rope.
He did. The goblin's got really sharp teeth. He was gnawing through it pretty fast.
So break his teeth, I guess.
Brutal, but
One way.
They're carnivores, and we're gonna kill them anyway.
it might put a damper on the whole showing you how to get to the big boss thing.
If he just keeps trying to get away. Anyway, Alvar.
There we go. I also have brawn, so I can pick up 600 pounds.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What? I thought you were like a tiny little.
Mm-hmm. I'm small. That don't mean I ain't strong enough.
He is, but he has
600 pounds?
he has the proportionate strength of a spider. Well, not really, but
So I'm just going to lift up the goblin. So, do I need a roll for it since he
No.
is confined?
So you've got
No.
everything except looks.
What do you
I
mean?
can't control.
That purple's pretty sexy.
Carry tokens menu? Can I even select this thing?
Yep.
I can't select the token.
What do you mean?
Like I can't click on the goblin.
That's weird. Here. There you go. Move your token.
Okay. Well, I couldn't click on the goblin at all.
That's weird.
All right, so 20. Could only get.
You
20.
still only can move half your speed because you're forcibly moving another creature.
This is all I can get.
But I won't make you roll or anything like that.
Don't think I have the range to get anything from here.
Oh, I thought you were gonna chuck the goblin at the other goblin.
This is what's gonna happen to you. Improvised goblin weaponry.
Gotta get that throw anything feat.
I will. That is definitely on the to-do list.
What's your preferred weapon? Goblins.
That's really weird. What happened to the... Is this just the sheet that doesn't have range anymore?
Yeah, the sheet doesn't have range, but it lists it on your attack, and if it's not listed on your attack, then I need to get in there and change it, and I will.
Listed on my attack.
Yeah, like when you make the attack,
Mm-hmm.
Like-
Okay.
like when you click on it, it should say the range.
Well, let's see. Light crossbow. Choose target. Roll type. Disadvantage because he's on the ground. Nope. At no point does it say the range.
What is the
Light crossbow?
range? What is the range
light
on your light?
crossbow?
What is the range on your light crossbow?
AD 320.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yep. So range I had, but
That
roll
doesn't matter.
I did not.
It applies disadvantage. And he's
Yeah.
prone, so disadvantage.
Like you said, range I had, roll I did not.
Yeah. He had a good roll, it's just that the second one wasn't good.
There you go. Make sure you give yourself one more crossbow bolt, but I just needed to make sure. Now it tells you the range.
Okay.
And of course, I crit.
My
spend
first roll was fine.
I spend half of my movement to stand up from prone. And then I do this.
Didn't Calic get Sentinel or something?
Oh, Sentinel is amazing.
Calic,
What?
what feat did you pick at first level?
Resilient!
Ah. Wah, wah, wah.
The cop out.
Yeah, I did the same.
No, Sentinel's next.
Sorry, I meant the goblin does this.
No. No.
That was very loud and disturbing.
So, and then he runs away over there.
Are they following
Okay.
actual movement speed? How much movement do these guys have?
30? Yeah, 30.
Alright.
Yeah, they're following actual movement speed.
Okay.
So the first
I'm-
one dashed 90 feet?
Oh, I'm sorry. The 2.5 feet over. I'm usually pretty good about getting it close. And
Isn't
yeah,
dashing twice?
no, he disengaged for 30
Yes.
feet and then dashed for 60.
Disengage doesn't give you bonus movement.
Oh, you don't get the 30 feet and then still be able to dash?
You get 5 feet of disengage.
I wasn't even aware that you got any movement from disengage.
You're allowed to take like a back step of 5 feet.
Oh, see,
Or
I
at
thought
least
I thought you could take up to your movement and then still take your action.
I've never heard of this.
I have to double check disengage right
No,
now.
I'm remembering reading about that, and you're right. 5-foot step, then you can take your move because you're no longer in their threatened range, usually unless they have
Yeah.
reach, and then you can do whatever you're gonna do. But you're correct that I could only get a maximum of 60 feet if I dash after that. So I think that's 60 right there.
The goblin would have been in range to be shot with the magic.
Yeah, nope, that is my bad on thinking that I could get a little extra movement there.
I've never heard of this back step. It's not even listed in the player's handbook. As far as I can tell, disengage only makes it so that your movement does not provoke attacks of opportunity.
Okay, so it's just the 30 feet, right? Okay, gotcha. So it's 60 feet either way. Sun Zhang, why did you move? Sun Zhang, why did you move?
Is it not my turn?
No, it's Tonrax.
Oh, sorry about that. I'm gonna right back.
No problem. I move in front of Han Yu and pull out my Warhammer, and I will just hold an attack in case this was a distraction and something comes up around us.
Okay. And then
I will end my turn.
and then before you take your turn, hold on.
Ah.
And Kier didn't see any of this with 11 perception.
Nope.
Oh, of course, other direction.
Of course.
Oh.
Oh, Tonrak, you didn't see that. You go back behind you.
No, sorry, I didn't mean to move.
It's okay.
He meant to
I was-
measure.
Yeah, I was moving my screen and
Oh, I gotcha. I like how right away you're like, I get in between them.
no, it's a complete mouse click error.
Does the merchant get a turn to move away?
The merchant does not get to go before he knows this is happening. I didn't roll for him for initiative because he's really a non-combatant. he was gonna like move away, but you guys seem to have everything under control, and now it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. But whether he's a non-combatant or not, he technically enters initiative if someone's hostile towards him. And I'm assuming the goblins are hostile towards everyone present.
Right, but he hasn't been like engaged by anything like that, so he's just been standing back, letting you guys handle everything.
Right. But he's still represented. Yeah, it's fine. Makes me think of the two towers. The wargs coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Just quickly looked up that 5 foot. It's a common house rule.
Aha, so it's not official.
Nope. Common house rule. 5 foot step on disengage actions.
It's probably something that's grandfathered in from an older edition.
3.5.
Yeah. So what, you take disengage, and you can move 5 feet in any direction, or 5 feet away?
You can move 5 feet
Away.
away.
Like out of their attack of opportunity.
It was
Area
used in
law.
3.5 because it let you get out of their range, and thus you wouldn't get attack of opportunity. Whereas they've reworded it now in 5th to say that your movement doesn't affect it. So it just doesn't offer the attack. Oh,
222!
Old
222!
man is having a bad day.
Old man is dead.
Now, I was holding my action in case something came at us, but I've been able to swing.
You can step forward and swing at the same moment.
Okay.
So the attack is still happening.
Grandpa, no!
Hold on.
Grandpa, yes.
Why? No.
Yep, you do not hit the goblin. He is fast and on a hyena, so it's hard to hit him.
Okay.
All right, so the goblin who was dashing, now seeing his allies who had circled around to the north have arrived, turns back around and fires his short bow at Drakmar. And he curses at you in Undercommon and says, "Stupid cat, take this!"
Poor Drakmar doesn't understand the curses being thrown at him.
It's
I'm
just
sure the
the
tone
8.
is
No advantage, so. Oh, wait. No, it's not Collect's turn. It's Sun's turn first. I don't know how that ended up like that.
Yeah, technically Kier was before me too.
Yep, I got it.
Okay.
Rushing up, you see Han Yu with a terrible slash going from his shoulder down across his chest and opening up his stomach. The blood from the shoulder and pecs is bad, but the stomach, his organs are starting to spill out. He's coughing up blood and he just looks at you.
No.
I'm gonna rush down and sort of slide in and kind of to grab him as what the best I can, try to see what I can do. I just look, I guess, obviously I'm not smart enough to help him with this, so I'm not really sure. I guess I'm just kind of looking at him.
And like You in like shock? Like, is that what's going on? You're in shock.
Yeah.
Does the owl do anything?
Yeah, the owl was thinking.
Well, they don't call him wise for nothing.
Technically, also bird brains, though. Bird is thinking very hard.
Everyone else gets 5 minutes. The bird gets 5 minutes. The bird will dash or flap really hard and go down to the south. He's still at the barn height level, so I guess that's 20 feet in the air,
Roughly.
roughly. So he's down here now. He flew 100 feet, and that's his turn.
Well, let's see. How far do we got? Oh, you're just too far. You suck. You're gonna make me have to dash. Brah! Eat a bag.
Try to pick him up and push him.
Boom, baby.
Oh man. As you rush at him with your horns, you send him flying into the air, and he smashes on the ground in front of you, just completely splatted.
I Griffod. That was an amusing thing for me.
Weren't you supposed to be the civilized type?
Still a
He's
Minotaur.
civilized for a bull.
You gotta have a little bit of both, buddy. I mean, when battle's going, wouldn't you rather have Hulk smash on your team? I gotta get some little sick kick out of Carnage. Doesn't mean at other times I can't be civilized.
Ooh, right back at you about being just out of range.
I welcome a charging.
You could have moved with your remaining movement, even though you attacked.
Could I?
Yes, you can move, attack, move. If you use dash and then gore, then you still have like 25 feet of movement.
I definitely had 27.5 feet of movement still. Because he was at 32.5. But I think it's better that I didn't.
You had your good time.
It's better.
Remember the tower.
Did Tonrak ever go on that last round?
I am last.
He
Oh,
held his action. He swung and missed at the goblin.
Yes,
Damn.
thanks for reminding me.
I was reminding the Minotaur.
Did you say my ding ding Minotaur?
I was reminding the Minotaur.
Oh, Sorry, I don't speak under comment.
Yeah.
What's
Speak
his
dwarf?
word?
Yes, I do.
That's about all I got. And Minotaur. I didn't even know Minotaur was its own language. I don't know how that's spoken, but
Moo moo moo.
boo 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 boo.
This is the cow level in
Yep.
Diablo 2.
There is no cow level.
It's all a lie.
Oh, that does not hit the mighty bear.
Ouch.
It would be if it hit you.
Need some battle music, man.
You know, some groups like it, some groups don't. If you guys want it, I will give you some selections.
It's up to everybody, obviously, but that's why I'm sitting here starting to beatbox because I'm like, it's gotta.
Yeah, I don't
Well-
include it as a default because like some groups find it annoying, and I'm not here to try to annoy anyone, you know. But if you guys are into it, we'll discuss it in between sessions, and I'll send you some options.
I am. So there's that.
For the record, my preferred option is Dragon Warrior.
Like original? Like NES?
Some Final Fantasy is not too bad though.
Original NES, yeah, and then second favorite is Final Fantasy 3.
What about some what about some 9 action? Some 9 action? Some Final
Eh.
Fantasy
When you're
9
not in
action?
action.
9's all right.
Time. Can I fire shooting?
You can shoot at just about anything on the map right now.
How many times?
Which one are you using?
Sorry.
If you're using shooting stars, then it's 3.
Pew pew pew!
Yes. Well. Must attack.
Be sinister. Be sinister. Be so.
Stars.
Be sinister so. Sinister so.
I can just hit 2.
You could
Don't
hit
have to
2.
create-
You can choose whichever ones.
You can choose 1 3 times.
Could I see it?
Or 2 and then one of the hyenas.
Oh. Oh, he did it.
So, were there any other ones you targeted? Because they all just say goblin.
I targeted those 2.
My name.
Just those 2? Okay, so
Yep.
it doesn't really matter whether it was the first 2 on 1 or the first one and the last one. The only thing that really truly matters is that the last 2 weren't on 1. And so we're going to say that the first 2 were on 1 and killed it. And then the last one was on the other one, dealing 3 damage.
Oh, the hyena's still there though. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I have math. Pass. Come on.
That goblin's still cursing at you.
I figured.
You can't understand him, but you definitely get the point.
I'm gonna move 30 feet. And cast create bonfire.
I'm doing it for myself. Got fucking Chrono Trigger going.
Creature must make a 13 dex save or take 8 fire damage. No damage on a save. However, he is standing in a bloody hell. He aptly avoids the flames.
Yeah. As the flames erupt around the goblin's feet, it nimbly leaps to the side. It is still in the space, though, so it will start its turn there. So it has to. If it ends its turn there. No, it's fine then. So yeah, it's not going to end its turn there. Unless you somehow make it.
There's not much else I can do, so.
Going to tell the goblin on my back that his friends aren't very smart.
He says, goblins may not be very smart, but they know what love is.
What?
Forrest Gump.
It's like a box of chocolates.
Well, just so you know, this will happen to you if you don't lead us to the right place.
He doesn't quite understand what's going on, so like he's not sure exactly what you mean, but you are still saying those things to him.
Light crossbow. I'll type normal. And
The goblin just raises his shield in time as your crossbow bolt sails over the other hyena and at him, almost striking him, but he gets his shield up and it hits his shield with a heavy twang, vibrating as the arrow sticks into the wooden shield. The goblin kind of looks at you and
that bolt is on fire, by the way.
Okay.
To the arcane weapon, that bolt is on fire.
okay, duly noted. So he has a flaming bolt sticking in his shield. So I will make sure that I deal with that.
And
And once again, no advantage because they couldn't get into a flanking position. So, oh wait, he is flanking with the hyena, so that is advantage. Does a 16 hit your armor class?
I believe it does. Armor. 14, yeah.
Okay, so you take 6 slashing damage as the scimitar bites into your thick polar bear hide, dealing a minor wound that is not bleeding, but it definitely hurt.
Ow.
He did. Now, without any rider to control him, the hyena will take his own actions, but because he already used his movement, his whole action to do a dash here so that his rider could attack you, he cannot do anything this turn.
Tonrak have big problem.
Tonrak is new. Collect Clem.
Kalek ran into them. They ran into you. Very.
Hmm.
Yeah, Collect's like, no, you have to hit them.
Not me.
Okay. I am going to swing my. 1 second. All right, I'm going to. Well, that wasn't very nice, and I'm going to swing my warhammer at this dude here. All right.
You nearly take the goblin clean off of the hyena as you smash your warhammer into his shield, breaking both his shield and his arm.
Awesome. And as a bonus action, I am going to, seeing the old man in dire straits, use a healing word on him. Did that work?
You go to use the healing
Yes.
word, but before you can even get the words out, the old man reaches up to Sun Jiang and, cradling his face in his bloody hands, he pulls Sun Jiang close and whispers to him, "Remember everything that I taught you. Not everyone is evil. There is still much good in this world, and only you can help to protect it. You are stronger than you know, and I will be with you always." And then he breathes his last.
Grandpa, no! Ah!
And you get your spell point back because I'm not going to charge you a spell point for that.
Okay.
And you can still do an action. Or bonus action, whatever. You know what I'm saying.
Okay. No, I don't think I got anything else I can do as a bonus action. So, hold on. Let me
You could
just
healing
check.
word yourself.
That's true. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that.
Okay, then regain your 6 hit points and I will re-subtract your spell point.
Okay, perfect.
So, seeing the old man die, Tonrak remembers that he's mortal and decides to heal his wounds.
All right, so that ends my turn.
That goblin did. that goblin live. He is going to step out of the fire and attack Drakmar with his scimitar.
So he swaps from shortboard to scimitar?
Yeah, he just dropped his short bow and with his free interaction with an item drew his scimitar. And
Oh, cool.
as he does that, Drakmar laughs at his futile attempt to engage his master swordsmanship with his pathetic goblin swordplay and just easily swats his attack aside.
Drakmar would not have left his opponent like that.
Well, I didn't mean...
That's okay.
I was explaining to you how easily you've swatted it aside. It is your choice how you react outwardly to that.
Indeed. Drakmar shows serious demeanor to the dire straits that his team is facing.
Of course, I would expect no less. Yeah, anytime I say anything like that, I'm not trying to tell you exactly what your character is doing, more just like giving you an insight as to what's happening and allowing you to role play it how you want then.
Fair.
Sun Zhang is gonna get up, and he's gonna have like a very childlike sort of angry cry look on his face. His tears are rolling down the sides of his face. And he's gonna do a front flip and use an unarmed strike on the hyena.
You know, I actually have to check and see if that hits. It does. As you front flip and do you want to kick or punch?
That was a kick.
Okay, yeah, because it's just unarmed strike, and even though it says with your fist on there, you can use kicks. In fact, I'm going to set yours up right now to solve that. But so as you front flip and kick the hyena, you knock it right out. I mean, it's technically dead, but...
You know how many attacks per turn I get, by the way?
You get another punch with martial arts.
Correct.
When you take the attack action with an arm strike or a monk weapon, you can make an arm strike as a bonus action.
And with the quickness, Sung Jian bolts behind the hyena and punches the goblin in the back of the head.
Kier will swoop down behind the goblin and use his action to help Kier's next attack. He does not dive into the into the flames.
Okay. So he's going to use the aid another?
Yes.
Perfect.
Which in 5e is help.
Yes, yes. Sorry, sometimes terminology, you know.
Oh no, I get it. I get it.
Where is Sun Zhang's token?
Bruh!
I can see Sunjang's token.
It's half under a bear, but
Oh, I see it. Okay. I just need to test this real quick.
How tall is Tonrak?
Yo, I just beast moded this Mo Chugga.
Jesus.
That's twice I've crit when rolling for you guys. Okay, what was your question?
How tall is Tonrak?
Like almost 7-8 feet, I'm sure.
Height of a bear?
Right. How tall is a polar bear? They get like 12 feet tall, I'm pretty sure.
Much tall, many feet.
about 3 monkeys.
Nah. How does... I mean, I don't mind, but how does Calic have +4 and then +6 on his damage rolls?
On the damage or the attack?
Whoa. What
On the
is-
bludgeoning.
What is
2d6
going
plus
on
4
over
plus
there?
6.
Question.
It looks like it looks like he has the strength version and then the raging version smashed together.
Oh, I know exactly what it is.
The
He did go into a
All
rage.
the times that you do rage, I need to set you up with a D-rage to where it takes your damage roll off automatically. When you go to the core sheet, there's bonuses, penalties under melee. You get a bonus to your damage rolls for going into rage. So every time you were going into rage, it was just adding +2, and we never took it back
oh, it
off.
just keeps stacking.
Yeah.
Oh, not my fault. I didn't do it.
No, you're okay.
Super rage.
Getting angry.
All I know is I blasted that dude. I don't know what I actually did, but I
You did 7, which is still a lot.
Anyway,
Enough
I end
to
my turn? I never did.
enough to
Yeah.
kill the goblin outright.
Good.
As the goblin charges in and strikes at you with its scimitar, it deals a superficial but still telling blow to you.
Vampire killer?
Oh yeah. Oops, sorry about that.
No advantage for that attack because this goblin is not flanking. In fact, none of them are flanking at this point because Sun Zhang killed the hyena. This goblin is dead, but that means that this hyena has to enter the combat. Somebody's going first next turn.
You make it sound like he's going to be alive next turn.
And that reminds me, this other hyena should probably go ahead and roll since he just had his rider killed.
Blast them again.
And
Really
these are
should've.
the ones around Tonrak. You targeted the 2 goblins attacking Tonrak?
Yep.
Okay. So as you target the first one, it dies. And then you target the second one with the 2 remaining ones, and it dies.
Pass.
Drakmar. Drakmar will capitalize on his familiar's assistance and strike with a katana with advantage. Actually, before that, he uses his free item interaction to pull out his off katana, and then as part of the weapon attack of the attack action, he'll pull out his main katana.
Okay.
So that's with advantage. Thank God.
Easily bypassing the defense of the goblin using your skilled blade singer techniques. You slash him down where he stands. Oh,
An
I'm
attack that
sorry.
would have missed without
I'm
the
sorry.
familiar.
Distracted by Kier swooping in and pecking at the back of his head, the goblin turns around as you cut him down.
Yes. And yes. Use my remaining movement to move north. And it is my turn.
These hyenas do not get to move because they, or do not get to go because they moved.
You didn't finish your sentence there, but you know what? Screw them.
Oh, I said these hyenas do not get to take an action because they took their actions moving up. You guys heard me that time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, good. All right, go Spider-Man. Copyright, trademark.
Technically accurate when he goes into actual spider mutation.
It appears we've lost someone. Roxanne has
Yeah.
disappeared.
Oh, it probably just a connection issue.
Yeah, his Discord is gone completely dead.
Oh, he's got a little bit of time before his turn,
here.
so
And his Discord connection has returned.
sometimes it's just a connection thing.
Guessing that's supposed to be a dead goblin.
What's a dead goblin?
Turn order, the goblin after the hyena coming next with a 6. I'm guessing that's a dead goblin.
Dead goblin. That's a dead
Oh.
hyena.
There's a lot of dead things.
Death, I am surrounded by it.
Light crossbow.
Someone's hot micing a little bit.
It's probably me. You randomly catching music or something?
Yep, Nalrar steadies his crossbow with his multiple arms and hands and takes careful aim at the hyena and blasts it into oblivion, piercing straight through its hide and lungs into its heart.
Get one better. He sets down the goblin and uses him as a tripod.
Yeah, you literally did enough damage to kill the hyena outright, even if it was a PC.
Yeah, arcane weapon damage didn't even apply yet, so that would be extra damage.
Oh, the D6 fire?
Mm-hmm. That isn't even applied yet. No, not the ongoing.
Oh.
It does an extra d6 when I attack.
Oh, does it? Oh, then I will make sure that I get that set up for you.
Yeah. It says it. It's just you don't have it set up in the.
Oh no.
Cool.
I got this. Give me 2 seconds.
But yeah, it's it's already very dead.
Right. Yeah. I think we can say that it's dead without having to like roll the extra damage, but for future reference, you know, I want to get the macros right.
It also doesn't seem to be tracking my ammo properly.
Oh, I see what's going on here with the I have this set up like this, and then it does an extra damage. Okay, so yeah, what I'm going to do is set up a macro for you in between sessions, and then whenever you use your arcane weapon, use the one that says arcane weapon dagger, and then it'll do it like this.
Yeah, there's 2 I have that are arcane weapon dagger, but none for crossbow.
Oh, you made it into your crossbow. Oh, I got you. Okay. Yep. No problem. I'm going to fix all of that by just including a macro that will ask you if your current weapon is your arcane weapon and like auto do everything for you. It'll ask you, is it an arcane weapon? And if it's yes, it'll ask you what damage. And yeah, we'll get it all set up.
Well, I ended my turn, so it's hyena's move.
Yeah, I'm just looking for the hyena. I see it. There it is. It's the one that's going to bite the Minotaur. Beef! It's what's for hyena dinner.
Some pretty stupid
He ain't gonna
hyenas.
touch me. He ain't gonna touch me. He ain't got shit on me. Literally, he doesn't got shit on me.
14
Get a shit on you.
14 doesn't hit the mighty Minotaur.
Oh no, bro, I got 16.
Oh, weak sauce.
Hyena needs bigger mouth.
All right, smashy. Warhammer, hyena.
Meat.
Your motherfucking ass is meat. You crush the hyena's skull. Once again, tapping him just a little bit harder than you meant to.
All right, and I don't think there's anything else. No one's hurt. All right, I guess it ends my turn.
The other hyena, using its pack tactics, moves. Well, it doesn't even have to move, but it takes a free 5-foot step anyway. And now it bites you with advantage anyway because it has pack tactics. The other one should have been at advantage too, but I don't think it hit anyway. Nope, that was its high hit. So, yep, there you go. And once again, 14. Come on, hyenas. You're letting me down. stupid cow, I'll eat you yet.
Can't take this down, man. It's unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
And I'll come running in for a flying kick.
Once again, you fly through the air just like Bruce Lee and land your kick on the side of the hyena's massive jaws and neck, knocking it clean out.
All right. And then using the momentum, bouncing off the hyena.
You
gonna run
whirlwind
over.
kick over to the hyena using the momentum as you leap off of the hyena that you flying kicked into. You do a whirlwind hurricane kick into the hyena. Sorry, I usually wouldn't do that, but it's just such a cool visual that I wanted to like throw that out there for you.
I'm glad you got it.
And you knock him out Chun-Li style. Or Ryu. Hot tick kick, fruit kick.
Telyukin?
Hot tick tick tick, fruit kick. I'm sorry, what are you saying?
Kira will fly up
You heard him.
more or less diagonally. So he will take 25 feet up and 25 feet in that direction.
Okay.
And then he will take the perception
Okay.
action to find the other goblin.
Yes. Oh, no, that was the goblin. I'm sorry. He didn't get his full
The-
movement. So if you want to do
Weren't
something
there
else.
two goblins?
There were two goblins, but you guys killed the one, and this is the one that tried to run away.
I thought both of them got away.
Nope.
Well, they came from this direction, so he's still gonna go in this
Okay.
direction and
Yeah, I just
Take-
wanted to make sure that I offered you the chance to do something else
Cool.
because, that was all the goblins. You see the tracks from the hyenas leading back to where they came from.
and which direction would that be?
South.
You just paint it on the map.
It's to the south.
Cool, thanks.
I don't think there's anything left alive, is there?
Yeah.
I don't see anything.
I think that is it. I'm just gonna put a
I
couple
think,
of tracks
with
down.
I think the Whirlybird boy got it all. Finished it off.
I just have a couple tracks to put down, and then we'll get moving on. And there you go, tracks.
Thank you, sir. Actual footsteps. Huh. Those some interesting paw prints.
Yeah, just, tracks. But anytime like I have an actual trail for you guys to follow, I'll set these out on the GM layer, and then when you find them, I'll reveal them.
Cool.
This time it was just for fun.
It's all about the fun.
So yeah, you guys are now standing amidst a bunch of dead hyenas and goblins.
Sunjong runs, of course, ran back to Hanyu, crying over his dead body.
Yeah, I was gonna say still very dead.
Don't worry, little one. These things happen all the time.
Well, technically he can only do it once.
Well, this person in particular, but I mean, it's happened. You find people, they become important to you, and they die. Just saying. Get used to it.
He'll search the goblin's quote unquote person. So, searching the goblins, you find.
Oh, who's searching? Who's looking around?
Just let me know if I need to roll something.
I'm not searching
not the
through
right
this
one.
scum. This scum. Ugh, beneath
Yeah.
me.
I go, I'm very sorry for your loss. And then I'm going to go just like with Kelek and see if there's any town folk around. See if they saw, if they're freaking out.
I'm just warming up by the fire, that's all.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm just getting the loot all prepared here.
Yeah.
Ooh. Song could break it down.
I threw you a song or two, by the way, Gar.
I've listened. I already listened.
I have a few more if you want some more.
I'm back to my fucking Tokyo machine, bro. Getting my little, my little bass drops and shit.
Do the drops make you feel better?
Drops make you feel great.
You find 27 gold in various coinage amongst the goblins.
Lord, that's a lot more than we had the first time. First time was like copper.
Yeah, these goblins have been paid because they are mercenaries.
And we know this just off the fly.
No, but I'm telling you why they have more money, because you don't know my DM style just yet.
Ah,
Although we
Would've been
might
nice
know
if it
more
was
about
a-
these goblins with an 18 on investigation.
Yeah, I mean, so with an 18 on investigation, I think perhaps you found a contract between them and the big boss to pay them 27 gold to come and bring you guys to him.
Well, we killed the messengers, guys.
They did their job. They brought the message.
Okay, and then the villagers are all very freaked out, but start applauding as you guys kill the last of the goblins, and they start shouting the name of Tonrock and Soul, and who else was interacting with them?
Drakmar. More than
Drakmar.
likely.
Yeah, so whoever was interacting with them, like, they're not chanting Nalrar because he's, a hideous freak. And whoever else was, like, not into interacting with them. They don't know
Me?
you as well.
They just didn't want to touch me. They were like, big Minotaur man, no.
Yeah, cows just aren't that cuddly.
To be fair, you did walk away from it.
That's
Well,
true
yeah,
too.
I did, because they started touching, and I was like, no.
Son John is gonna begin to collect Hanyu's belongings, as well as looking to see about what he could do with his body.
Okay, so you know that the funeral rites for people from Rokugan involve having to be buried with all of their possessions so that they can obtain them in the afterlife.
Okay.
Also, your guys' choice, it was half of a joke and half just something fun. But if you guys had interacted with Hanyu a little bit more than what had happened and everything, and had asked him all of the different things that he has for sale, at one point or another, you would have discovered that he has this for sale. 1 second, I'm just getting it set up. Why can't I? Oh, hold on. I hardly ever do like handouts because I try to have the game be more than just a bunch of like, oh, here, look at this, look at this. Like, we can do other stuff, but just to show you guys, I'm going to make this a handout. So you know that he has this on him. It is called a Mog, and you guys can choose to have that be something that he actually has on him or not. It was just going to be something fun that you guys could, potentially have as a little pet thing, or just, ignore it and leave it alone and it wouldn't be a thing. And now that Hanyu is dead before we got a chance to see it, I'm just going to throw it out there that you can, but you don't have to have that as something that exists.
Well, wouldn't that wouldn't this creature be more comfortable with me than, because to everyone else we're just kind of strangers here.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, and like I said, if as a group of players, you guys think that that's cool and you want to, do something with it and keep it around, we can. Or we can just say, nah, Han, you didn't have that.
Up to you guys.
I don't see an issue with it.
Neither
With
do I.
having it or not having it.
I would assume either way
Let's
at
just-
that point.
You know what? You went through the effort, so I say let's keep it.
All right. I mean, you can sit on my shoulder. I don't give a shit.
Can't say it's an element I'll interact a lot with.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's why I, put it out there like that. But just to let you guys know, Mogs are essentially half Mog from Final Fantasy, half Mogwai from Gremlins.
Huh.
And I will turn control of him over to you now. And then that will allow you to also set a name for him, etc.
Yeah.
Name it Cream.
All right, so there is the little Mog. And basically what you know about them is that these are slightly magical, though not magical enough to be dangerous or effective in any way. Creatures from the land of Rokugan that are extremely rare, but are also like dangerous, so to speak. Like only people who deal in like cobras and deadly scorpions and stuff like that deal in like Mogs. But they're also super cute and adorable. They're kind of like pygmy marmosets to where like, or sugar gliders to where like technically they're poisonous, but nobody cares because they're just adorable.
Are they like a gremlin? Like it's like if it gets wet after 11 or something, it's like it's fucked.
You don't know what the rules are, but yes, they do mutate into gremlins at times.
Well, let's throw it in a bathtub.
What is this bathtub you speak of?
It's a
Are you-
big thing with a lot of water in it.
It's a water containment system in which you would bathe yourself in, sir. Are you not accustomed to bathing?
Yes, but we use rivers. And, yes. We also have sand pits where the quicksand cleans our fur.
Yeah, and I like that you use that because essentially the sable catfolk are meticulous about their cleanliness, and so the idea of bathing yourself in a container of water that is your own dirty water is like, how do you think you're clean to them?
Oh, I'm clean. Smell this armpit.
I beg to differ. Smell this armpit.
I
So,
don't know
yeah.
what to do now. Where do I go?
Son, calm yourself. Come here. Do not. It goes away. There are more goblins that need to be taken care of. More people will die because of this.
And don't you wanna just help your old buddy there? You know, I mean, aren't you angry at the goblins? Aren't you angry at them? Are you angry at the goblins?
Revenge is not the wisest path.
You don't have. It does not have to be revenge.
No.
You get it out of your system, friend. It's just you're angry and then you're not. Okay.
Says
It's
the
good.
barbarian.
Yeah, you're angry and then you're not. It's okay. It's okay.
I've been in the revenge game for so long, I don't know what else to do.
I just tell you, let the inner beast go. Just let it go. And you will find peace.
But still, let's go fuck these goblins up.
Well, yeah, you. Oh, I can't explain it. Oh, I'm getting shaky.
It's not about revenge, it's about dealing with the problem at hand.
Exactly. As I'm listening to like bluegrass dubstep stuff going on right now.
Nothing personal against the goblins, strictly business.
Guys, let's get a group hug, okay? Come on, bring it in.
And maybe offer to help him bury his friend?
I don't do that.
That sounds like manual labor.
That's too much for my nobleness. No.
Could you just rage dig?
No.
Ah, I gotta dig something.
It is beneath my noble nature to dig holes in dirt. Oh, hey Soul. How you doing? You wanna hop
Technically,
up?
Saul's a girl.
Just make yourself at home.
Just give you coming for the pets, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go, buddy.
man.
There you go, buddy. Yeah.
So I
That's
guess I'm gonna go in town and
I don't even
ask someone
care about
for a shovel.
just saying, like I don't
They
This whole
say
town.
there's shovels in the barn and that they're so sorry for your loss, and if they can do anything to help, they will. One of them constructs a hastily made tomb grave marker that they ask you how to spell his name so they can paint it on it.
I guess I write it out. Or actually I'll show him a symbol of his name and his belongings, and I'll ask if they can help me. They can help me bury him. I'd appreciate.
Yeah. So, a couple of people take turns helping you dig, and you guys spend a couple hours, digging a suitable grave, and eventually get the job done. No need to
All right, then.
make any rolls or anything like that. It's not that exhausting.
In those couple of hours, was anyone able to take a short rest? And did Kier find anything going southward,
Yeah.
following the tracks?
Yeah, so you're able to take a short rest, and Kier saw the tracks and can see exactly where they're headed.
How do I do a survival check? Is that for
Under
like?
under skills, and then survival.
I'm sorry. How do I find that?
So on your character sheet, there's the main core tab, and then right next to that should be skills. Yes, there is an action for that. Did it not go into the macro?
No, I didn't mean to spend hit dice. I figured there might have been a drop down in spend hit dice, kind of like when you do an attack roll.
Oh, no, sorry. No questions needed there. And yeah, I am going to go ahead and get the macro set up because it's already got an ability, so.
Either way, I think the consensus is that we follow the tracks,
Yep.
or actually have the goblin lead us.
Goblin stays out front a little bit.
Yeah. Does the goblin lead us in the direction of the tracks? Because I mean, the war party came in from the north. Probably as a flanking maneuver.
Wait, say that again?
We wish to find the goblin head honcho, and wonder if following the goblin leads towards the tracks.
Oh, yeah, yeah. If you follow the tracks, you'll get to the head honcho.
Right.
Then over the river and through the woods to Grandma's house we go.
Yep, just 1 second.
Let's
I gotta
cross
get
the-
this set up for him here, and then we'll get going. Keep it down, Kalek. Sorry,
What?
the cows were mooing in the background ambience.
Oh. What's up, Pop? Come here, buddy. Come here, little pupper. Pupper of whoppers. Who's your good little boy? Hmm? Who's your good little boy? You guys should all have a dog like this little guy.
I
He's
have
the best.
5.
He's the best. Who's your good little pupper? Oh, yes. He was enjoying himself. Sorry that I got here late again, by the way. I was at my buddy's house. We were having a fire. We were fucking cooking hot dogs and having s'mores and shit. And, you know.
Oh, you lucky. I wouldn't have even left that.
Yeah, I didn't really want to, but I have an obligation.
You.
I'm just saying. Like, I'll be honest. I didn't want to leave, but I had an obligation. And I looked at the time and I went, "Oh fuck!" And I packed up my chair and I had to walk. We were at a campsite. Like, he literally made trails in his back, like in his back property. So like we went back to a campsite, like where we built a pit and we have like a lean-to and a whole bunch of shit. So like, it's pretty cool back there. And we were just
That's
fucking
pretty awesome.
So like, I had to actually walk like probably like a quarter mile from like the campsite back to my car.
Okay, so now you have Arcane Recovery as a token ability. It still will not add your spell points back, but it'll tell you how many spell points you get back, and I will have it set up to add your spell points back by next week.
Perfect.
Well, let's go beat up some goblins.
Well, now, before we can do that, we have to figure out what's going on with Sun Jiang here.
Well, I told him to come along. I
Right,
told him to
but
harness the
he's
UV.
been burying his friend and all that, and I'm not sure if any of you guys like helped him to like kind of endear him to the group a little bit, or if you're just coming up to him afterwards and you're like, "Hey, now that you're done burying your friend, you want to come along?"
Well, before
Murder the
he
things
even
that killed
buried him, I told him that he needs to just understand that people will come into your life and they will leave your life. I told him this.
And
It will
flash.
happen. I don't know if he heard me, but I said it as I walked by to the campfire. I was like, "It's gonna happen, buddy. Get used to it.
The Minotaur version of a pep talk.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
also
pretty much.
are the goblins and hyenas just being left there then too?
The
No.
villagers can deal with that.
Drakmar would have gathered them. and
Yeah,
built
I
a
would.
fire.
Yeah, I would have helped. All in one pile.
Perhaps not as gargantuan as the fire in the tower, whereas that was a cleansing. This is more of a purging of the bodies, and you will find that the flames remain strictly to the corpses, and they rarely touch the grass. Though the grass underneath the corpses will be burnt. He kind of like
Yes, of course.
uses control flames to make it so like
Oh, there was one
The
still
fires.
one goblin left alive. He was hidden underneath his dead hyena or something.
Oh,
Is he-
As
is he just
as
looking at it?
as you're gathering up the dead goblin bodies, the villagers are gathering up the dead goblin bodies because you guys are like, yeah, get to work, minions. And as your minions are getting to work, one of the goblins who is pretending to be dead leaps up and slashes at one of the peasants with his scimitar, not hitting them, but
Really?
making them jump back, and then he dashes off, running away screaming.
Calica, ready with the horn.
Dude, I'm already ready with the horns, yo. Before you got anywhere, man.
Sees
Like,
goblin.
I saw that slash, and I was just like, "Brah!"
And as the goblin starts to run away, it's this almost comical but like very serious scene of him stumbling and running and looking behind his shoulder as this raging bull just comes charging at him, roaring a battle cry as he just lowers his horns and runs him down into the ground like you watch at the rodeo. And he's dead.
How many kills is that allocated to that one horn? Or are you alternating horns?
Oh no, the left one's a
Lefty's
keeper.
Favorite.
Yeah. One
So
of
the
these
mo-
days he's gonna end up getting that horn broken, but until then, it's his
That
favorite.
horn though. Racking up kills.
Yeah,
Gotta have separate levels for it.
that
level
still
upping.
that still only counts as one. So you take that goblin and throw it onto the pile. You're like, oh, almost got away. Le paso.
What
All
about
right.
the-
Go ahead. Go ahead. What? Oh, I see you beat
no,
me.
it's
I
okay.
see you beat me to the bonfire. I was just about to throw that on. And there you go. Got some goblins on the Barbie there. Oop, almost missed another one. Gotta go pick that one up and throw it right into the fire. There you go.
Alright.
Okay, so now that you guys have set about to that, and again, you still have the one goblin tied up, and Sun Jiang is over there dealing with burying Han Yu.
Once the burial is done, I think we're gonna go about convincing him to join us, and then I suppose go kill the or go attempt. I just realized Soul soul was on Calic's shoulder when Calic
While I
bolted.
fucking bolted.
Oh,
So-
fuck. Sleeps so hard, just wakes up like, the hell am I doing here?
So forgetting that the cat was curled up on his shoulder and just charging into battle, it's that scene of like where the cat's on the car and it starts moving and you just like leap 10 feet into the air, startled.
The token moving around frantically.
And then you guys can go ahead and do the convincing of Sun Zhang. You guys are players, so it's up to you guys whether you want to just, hand wave it or whether you want to role play it out. I'm not going to make you do it one way or the other.
No. Friendly cat
Shoot.
squad.
Shun Zhang has joined your party.
Yeah, Shadow joins your party. So, like I said, whatever you guys want to do, I don't want to like assume, so speak up if anybody has a preference.
I'm fine with
Yeah,
either.
just give
since
me one
it's,
sec.
I was gonna say, since it's he's being added to the party, he should have the say on whether or not he wants to RP it. I'm fine with either.
David?
He needs a second.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't sure who was talking. I'm still learning everybody's voices. Oh, I see. He typed it. Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna go up to, what's his name? Is it the Minotaur guy? Where is he? Okay.
Collect Clem.
Gallop Clem.
And I'm gonna say, this is all your fault. You wanted to fight with him just because you didn't like his prices. He wasn't even gonna sell them to you. He just wanted you to leave us alone.
He wasn't gonna sell them. Then why show them? I mean, you're a merchant.
He
Aren't
means
you?
he means that he wasn't interested in selling them to you anymore after the couple of failed persuasion checks.
Oh.
Oh, and yes, just for the record, those 5 jade or 6 jade
Just did 6, yeah.
yeah, those 6 jade amulets, basically necklaces, whatever, and the ornamental dagger and a few knickknacks that like will determine exactly what they are, but they're nothing like combat useful or anything like that. Those are not his possessions. Those are things that he had for sale that pass on to you. So now you have those things. His possessions would include any money that he had on him, that was his money, as well as like his personal belongings.
Okay.
So please, bury him with all of his things, because you know that they're his.
And then I will bury him.
And I assume that you do that. I can tell you how much like he has on him in like coins and all of that if you really want, but you can just bury him with his coin purse and not even count them too.
Listen, nothing's my fault, okay? I just wanted a pendant. He didn't want to give me the pendant. Then some goblins showed up, alright? It's
I'm
not my
gonna
fault goblins showed up. Just saying.
okay, I'm gonna take my unextended baton and I'm gonna stand on it, and then I'm gonna yell as it extends 10 feet. So I guess I look at you at eye level.
Well, not 10 feet tall.
Oh, I guess I then look. I guess I don't know.
7 or some shit.
Yeah, you can extend it just until you're at eye level.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna jump on his face.
And I'm gonna throw you to the ground.
Okay, so that would be a strength versus athletics or acrobatics check to see whether he gets thrown to the ground or whether he kind of acrobatically lands like a gymnast.
So what's going on? Is it my strength?
Your strength versus his acrobatics or athletics to see whether you like slam him to the ground or whether he just kind of like leaps off and backflips and lands like a gymnast.
So, all right. How do I do just the straight strength
No,
Unskilled.
unskilled strength under skills.
Unskilled strength. Okay. Well,
And so you leap off as the Minotaur grabs you and tries to slam you to the ground. You just backflip and land on the ground, and now you guys are just kind of standing there like, okay, that didn't work.
sir, this is very uncivilized. Is there another way you would like to deal with this problem? Words, perhaps. It does not always have to go to might.
Well, darn, because I was gonna just try to like grab his horns and just hang on. I wasn't trying to hit him.
No, you just needed to hang on for, what is it, 2.8 seconds or however long it is? 8 seconds? I don't know rodeo very well. Surprisingly, here in Wisconsin, we use cows for food, not fun.
I use it for dairy.
Yeah, we've discovered that cheese and beef is way better than like blood and dust.
But you could have all
Well,
of
I guess then I sit down and I just sort of look up and
I'll sit
I
down.
just sit
with
there
you. I'll sit down.
and
with
I just start to cry like a child.
you. Oh, there, little one. Like I said, they will come, they will go. Remember, you are a warrior, though.
So as Sun Zhang
I'm
has a good
Literally,
I'm hungry.
You're
yeah,
literally crying out.
hold,
right
hold,
now.
hold,
You're
hold
crying.
on 1 second. We'll get this scene moving along, and we're gonna go right into you're hungry. That'll be as we exit this scene. I'm just gonna kind of wrap it up with a little bow here. As Sun Zhang has himself a good cry, Collect Clem feels the urge to comfort you, but is not exactly overly qualified at the job. So he just kind of inches himself closer to you bit by bit and eventually you find yourself crying right into his massive muscled shoulders, and he just holds you, you know, onto his shoulder.
Strangely, it's awkward. It's an awkward embrace.
Yeah, it's very
It's
awkward,
awkward
but
as all shit.
it's good. You know, it's good.
Oh, you know, I'm trying. I have good intentions, but I don't. I'm like, I don't really. I don't know how to.
It's like having
Here
it's
you
like
go.
having the
Here you
Rock. It's like having the
Here you
Rock
go.
cradle you gently. You know, like
Yeah.
you just you can't help but feel like, okay, this isn't like normal, but it's good. You know, like I don't
get it.
mind
it's like,
this.
there, buddy.
Yeah.
Don't really know what to do.
Yeah,
Don't really know what to say.
and there's not much you can do about it. You know, you're Kevin Hart and he's The Rock, so he's just, you know, he's like, come here, and you're just cradled, and it strangely starts to comfort you and feel, you know, okay, and you know, being a primate, having that connection and clinging to another being like that is something that you haven't felt since you were like a baby, and so it feels good.
Okay.
And then the fire burns down, and the goblins are nothing but bone and ash. And he kind of stops sobbing and says, "Go ahead, David."
I'm hungry.
Oh, that's good.
You should have said something before we burned up all the goblins. Could have cut you off a piece. Yes, you burned them very effectively. The only reason that I say there's any bone left is because if you've ever had to dispose of bodies, you know that it's notoriously difficult to burn all of the bone completely.
It is merely a ritual for purification.
Yeah. I mean, if you've ever watched murder drama mysteries. Crickets.
I was trying to remember that damn Criminal Minds. There we go.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, I wanted to tie a neat little bow on that scene, and so now Sean Zhang is hungry, and what is the next steps here, guys? Because I'm ready to go as soon as you are, but I just want to make sure that all the RP and everything is out of the way before we jump into, okay, let's track these goblin fucks down and fuck them. Yeah.
I say I'm ready.
Oh, baby, I'm ready.
Yeah, ready here.
Let's go beat up some goblins.
You wanna
Before
throw
we leave,
combat
I
at me?
suggest to the townsfolk that perhaps a wall of some sort should be erected.
Spiked barricade?
Yeah, like
Yes.
I mean hold on guys, don't go running off. I gotta pull you all to the other map. And they say
Whoa,
and they, yeah, Kier got like fat.
You saw that real quick? That was like freaking like stretched pancake.
Yeah, Kier got fat for a second. He swallowed too big of a mouse. Anyway, they say, yeah, no, we'd love to build a wall. I mean, we just built these houses and we're trying to do everything. Like, we'd love any help that, you know, any 7 foot plus tall, strong as hell, you know, things could give us.
For now, double the watch and ensure that no one is left unattended. Perhaps arm yourselves with spears. We do not know if more of these Marauders will come by, but we are leaving to perhaps deal with this once and for all.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. You're like, yeah, so watch out, guys, because we're gonna not be here. So yeah.
Yeah, and we don't know if there's going to be more.
Do you leave the Mog behind with one of the villagers?
Nah.
I think that's Sun's.
Oh yeah.
What time of day is it? It's like midday.
Yeah, still midday. So you guys follow the tracks for, couple hours. It's like maybe 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon at the latest. But like as you get closer, you realize that you got Mr. Goblin here still, Nalrar. So like, what are you gonna do with him as you approach the Goblin base?
You better kill his ass.
No, too hasty.
I probably would have had Kier flying ahead, filling me with information. We probably wouldn't
Right.
have approached in the open.
No, that's I'm just moving you guys onto the map so that you can see what's going on, and that's why I'm asking
Okay, cool.
you what you wanted to do with the Goblin, because you're approaching well in advance.
Well, if Kier has a solid
I know to do.
view on like do we see like a considerable goblin?
You guys see a number of goblins milling about outside on defensive lookout duty. They're wielding short bows, and there's 5 or 6 of them.
I'd like Kier to do like a sort of sweeping pass, like meow, and like try to take a perception check into the cave.
Okay.
Dogma. You can control fire, yes?
We have been together long enough for you to know that this is the truth. Did you just shoot me in the face with a fucking short bow?
The goblins think it's funny to take a couple pop shots at the owl as it passes by. Not all of them are ready to do it, but a couple of them take a couple pop shots at him.
I kind of expected that, honestly. No!
One of them hits Kier,
And he just vanishes.
and Kier is pierced with an arrow, and at the moment that he's pierced, he kind of disappears into a magical effect, and it just kind of turns into glittery sparkles that disappear like fireworks into the air.
Was he able to notice anything with a total of 19?
No, unfortunately, the goblin hit him before he could see anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna sneak up past the goblin.
I mean, are we there yet?
No, we're not there yet. I'm showing you guys what Kier saw before he got shot in the face.
Oh, okay.
Oh, 1 second, I just heard something over here. And then need to come back in just a sec.
I am so hungry.
And I just need a quick bio break before we continue on, so this will give you guys a second to go ahead and discuss exactly what you want to do as you approach, what your approach is going to be. You can place yourselves in your tactical approach positions on the map. You don't have to be clustered right in front here. So go ahead and everybody get yourself in the position that you want to be in on the edge of the map and decide what it is that you want to do, and then we'll go from there.
Wait, what side are we actually approaching?
we're gonna take a quick 10-minute break, everybody, and then we'll come back. You guys are free to do what you want in that 10 minutes.
Word.
And since you guys were scouting ahead with the owl, you're approaching from whatever direction you want.
Fair enough. I mean, we all know what I'm doing.
Yep.
Leroy Jenkins.
Drakmar will perhaps join you on this.
Good, good.
But perhaps we will take the side entrance up the cliff face and surprise them.
I may not be able to make it up the cliff. I don't know if I have climbing powers.
Athletics is climbing.
Well,
And
you know.
ain't nothing beefier than a cow. Or a barbarian, that is. I just need to figure out how steep it is, honestly.
I can
If it's
easily
like-
climb these trees over here.
Like if it's a
You're a
vertical
monk.
leap, then I'm probably not gonna just jump straight 10 feet.
Yeah, I'm dealing with some broken glass here, so give me just a minute for. I'll be back.
Oh shit, you alright?
Yeah, one of the candles in the other room, I heard something shatter.
Okay,
was
did
the
it
glass
just
or the
like
candle?
Did
it
it
just combust?
No, the side. It looks like the match that I used to light it got caught on the side of the glass, and that heated up the glass so much that it cracked it.
Oh wow.
So
You use
just dealing-
candles for lighting?
My niece is currently visiting, and she needed a night light.
Oh,
We don't
that's
have
cute.
a night light normally, so I used a candle, but that did not work out.
Okay, so I think that the staircase here is going to make it a bit difficult to get up here with these guys up there like that. So I think one of us. I think what I do is I climb up a tree on the side over here, no, on the right side, and then distract them, and then that would allow everyone time to run up.
Let's see how it goes.
Minor illusion
They
could be
do have
really
short.
good here.
They do have short bows though, so I mean they don't necessarily have to move.
Yeah, well, we took care of it now.
I think I'll follow our Minotaur friend. Since I'm not really long range, I need to get up close and personal.
Oh, don't worry, I'm a big wall.
So am I.
Don't get stuck in the staircase.
There you go. That should do the trick, CC. That one won't break.
I mean, you know, there's gonna be a Leroy. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna get to one of them. It doesn't matter where I start.
At least with both of us there, it's more targets.
Not just all stabbing thing.
You shouldn't get completely ganked.
Again.
Hopefully not.
Had to deal with that before we had a fire. Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of fires,
What about it?
take some of my hempen rope,
Oh,
place it into one of my oil, well, my little containers of oil, and then just go here. Drakmar, can you keep this fire burning slowly? But if the goblin tries anything funny, feel free to let it go ablaze.
That is not the wisest thing if we are to charge in.
Let the goblin go first.
You could tie him to a tree out in the woods yet.
I would sooner slit his throat.
Well,
that's what I say. Just take care of them, man. I mean, it's one more
What I
number
say,
in the ranks.
here's what I think. Oh well, this guy, I don't know what to do with the goblin here.
yeah,
We could just leave him tied up and gagged.
like
But he's gonna try
Drakmar
to
said,
get away.
he'd sooner just slit his throat and be done with it.
Yeah.
We also have the opportunity to use a suicide attacker. I'm speaking in common, that way the goblin does not understand me.
Elaborate how this would function.
Goblin returns to his friends. You accelerate the flame. Flame gets into the bottle of oil.
I mean, he's holding the bottle, no?
No, it's tied
He would
to
just
him.
be a really self-contained flame. He would basically be like he's not on fire and then on fire. I really wouldn't be an explosion. It's not like you're using.
You
Well, if
don't
it's a
know how
s-
much oil I have.
If it's a contained canister, like a full pint of oil.
Yeah, it's actually 2 full pints of oil.
Oh, Christ. Well, that's assuming they don't just open fire at us when we approach.
Well, all they're gonna have is the goblin, right?
How about you tell the goblin to tell him that we're here
Well-
to make a deal with the big guy.
Yeah, I could do that.
At least get us up there before we
They're
start
just gonna-
swinging.
The negotiations were short.
I think what I could do is if I climb up that tree on the side, and then like make a loud noise, and then climb back down. They might want to come and investigate what's going on over there by that tree, which would give you guys an opportunity to go up that ledge, up that staircase without having to like worry about getting shot at.
I don't know if they're all gonna go investigate, but you can give it a shot.
So we don't want to use a goblin torch?
Just
Also, like let's solve this one step at a time. Before you guys approach, what do you do with the goblin?
That's what I'm asking. Do we want to make a goblin torch?
Goblin torch, yes.
Worst case scenario, 1 instantly dead goblin.
that blows
Sure.
up in our face,
No, we let him.
No, he
do
would
it.
blow up in their face.
and that warns them that we're gonna kill everyone.
We're gonna kill everyone anyway.
We can
want
choose
them
when
to
that-
know.
We can choose when that fire blows him up. That's the whole point of your controlling the flame.
I mean, if you guys want to go like really mind fuck on them, what you do is you let the goblin go and be like, okay, go rejoin your friends. Make sure you tell them we're coming.
Which puts them in a position to ready attacks and get arrows on us.
I mean, you know, it's very intimidating is all I'm saying.
Especially if the first thing you do right before we engage in combat is to then make said goblin that warned them that we're coming burst into a giant fireball.
If you could somehow do that too, that'd be, you know, cool. But I'm just saying, even if you just send him in, like, yeah, they had me tied up in prisoner. They slaughtered all of the hyena riders that you sent, and before they got here, they know how many of you are out on, you know, duty, and they just let me go to come tell you that they're coming. They want you to know that they're coming.
Hey, wait a second. You can throw 600 pounds, right?
He can
Yep.
lift 600 pounds. There is a big difference between what you can lift and what you can throw.
Just chuck the goblin corpse at him.
Oh yeah, I mean a goblin is like you could chuck that a good distance, yes.
Oh, that.
Would he be able to throw the? Would he be able to throw the goblin to the point where like they would notice?
What do you mean?
Like, can they see us right now?
Not right now.
We're
You
not
guys
on
are
the field.
you guys are still back in the woods, but in order to let you see what you scouted ahead with Cure and saw, I put you right here on the map right away. So now you know what you're coming up on. You've seen them through Cure's eyes.
Like we could be coming in from over here. Like
Yup.
we could be like sneaking down the rocks from over here, like stealthing. Like, oh, I'm a stealthy minotaur.
How high is the cliff face?
The cliff face itself goes up in 20-foot increments. So from the base to here is 20 feet. And then from here to here is another 20 feet. So it's 40 feet up to get to the top of the cliff face. And this is a big like start of a mountain right here. This whole thing goes on for a while. So like going around would take you guys a while, and it's possible that night would fall before you would make it into position.
I was under the impression that this was a sort of, I can't click.
I was
That this was
thinking
like a
go
sort of
around
cave.
here.
There is a cave. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And what was this up here?
What's what where?
That looks like a pile of blood.
Yeah, that is. It seems to be some sort of ritualistic altar where people are sacrificed, or goblins or something is sacrificed, and it's set up shamanistically. It's some sort of, religious or significant ritual of some kind to these goblins.
Hmm. I know how the goblin's gonna burn to death. I can carry him all the way up the side of this cliff face without any real impediment to myself. Put him here, and then when we're ready to strike, light him ablaze. Or throw him down here and when we're ready to strike, light him ablaze.
I mean, if you beat the stealth check, go for it.
I don't even know how much of a stealth check I'll need.
Well, you'll need to make
Just
one.
gag the goblin.
You'll need to
Yeah.
make one because they do have passive perception. It's only 10.
Yeah, no.
It's only 10, but
But what I'm saying is, I don't think it's a bad stealth check.
no. You would be at disadvantage carrying the goblin, though.
Let's see.
By yourself, I'd probably even allow you to roll at advantage because you're so, sticky when you climb that you're not really making any noise climbing up anything and all of that. But because you'd be carrying the goblin and he'd be struggling and everything,
Well, that or we off
What
the
do we do with
goblin
the
and then just
goblin?
unload
just kill him
fire
then?
on them.
I mean, it seems to be that you guys just want the goblin dead, so there's really no need to figure out how to turn him into a weapon. Yeah. Drakmar has had enough of the planning and says, okay, now we have a goblin corpse. Do with it what you will. I'm not trying to talk for you. You can go ahead and do that. I'm just putting that out there that it's basically that's what you're saying.
More or less. If you want to go behind them with that sneak climb, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
I'll switch out goblin corpse for additional oil.
I mean, goblin corpse could scare the shit out of them.
Yeah, I might even hit one of them and light them ablaze, but
Yeah, throwing their flaming dead buddy at them is very intimidating as well.
Also very distracting.
might give you guys an advantage to get in there. I'm assuming he's no longer struggling then, if he's now very dead.
No, yeah, you're no longer at disadvantage, but you can't get advantage either, just a normal
Yeah.
roll.
Okay. Well, do we want to do that then? We'll have a flaming dead goblin thrown on them.
If you don't mind the chance that you'll be seen and shot at, then by all means.
Nah.
It is good to live dangerously.
All right.
And I think we'll be around here, waiting for whatever signal.
Okay, and then collect.
You'll wait for me to go up
Collect.
the stairs.
You need to move back to the edge of the map because if he's sneaking in ahead of you guys, we need to get that resolved, and then you guys come in from wherever you want on the southern edge of the map. So everybody
sees
get into
flaming
position,
goblin.
but you have to be at the very southern edge. Yep, exactly. Just like Sunjang there. There you go. Perfect.
Son, you might want to move Mog.
Yep,
And maybe
that-
get behind the trees.
That's your token to move, so move Mog wherever you want him.
I can't really select him.
What?
I can't seem to
Gives them
select him.
ownership.
Let me make sure that it's turned on for you. Oh, I know why. Okay, yep. There you go. New Mog is yours to control. And then later on, you can access his character sheet, name him whatever you want, etc.
Still can't seem to move him though, or select him.
Oh my God! This stupid
Dude, when you're
roll
so
20.
hungry, when you're so hungry that you just start mowing chips like it's a meal, like what?
Oh, speaking of which, Sun Jiang, you're almost to the point of feeling distracted because nobody sat down and ate when you told them you were hungry. There you go. Now you can control him.
He didn't have any rations of his own.
He might, but he didn't like stop to eat because you guys were like, yeah, let's go kill goblins when he was hungry, and so he went along with you. He's fine for now. I'm not going to impose anything, but because he chose a specific flaw for his character, I'm just making sure that we cover that.
Oh,
Monkey must learn how to eat on the walk. They're called trail rations. Nom nom nom.
What about second breakfast? Okay, so you guys are all in position. It looks like Kelek Clem rolled a stealth check, not Nalrar. Nalrar, you need to roll your stealth check.
Yeah, I haven't rolled anything yet.
Yeah, I was being silly. That was for when I was hiding along the cliff.
Yeah. I thought Nalrar had already rolled, but no, that's Kelek. So, okay, Nalrar.
Mm-hmm. Stealth. Normal.
Oh, I was about to try to jinx you too, and it almost would have worked, but you managed to slip past the goblin's incredible passive perception of 10.
Okay. We want this to be a nice fire, so let's use at least 2 things of oil.
so you said the cliff face just keeps going up and up and up?
Yeah, this is just the first plateau.
It's the foot of a mountain. Okay.
We didn't decide. Do we want the flaming goblin to be here or at the entrance of the cave?
I'd sooner make life awkward for the
goblins?
archers, yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. What kind of roll do you want me to throw a flaming goblin corpse over here?
Unskilled dexterity at disadvantage because you are not proficient in goblin chucking.
But he is hidden.
Oh, yeah, it's got nothing to do with any of that. He got up there just fine. He's not like being seen or anything, but in order to
If he had Tavern Brawler, it would be okay.
Exactly.
If I had Tavern Brawler, I wouldn't be able to carry the goblin. Unskilled dex at disadvantage, you said?
Yep.
Is that even an option?
Yeah, it should be. You just roll it and it should ask you.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, well, even at disadvantage, you manage to hit whichever goblin you want, which I'm assuming you want like to hit either right in the middle so that it's the maximum spreadage, or you want to hit one of the goblins and actually try to like damage them with the goblin directly as well.
These goblins, you said, were all equipped with bows?
Yes. Short bows.
So no point in hitting this goblin and blocking their path.
Yeah, like I said, I assume you either want it right in the dead middle of these like right here, basically, so that it spreads to all of the goblins, or you want to hit one of these two goblins.
I'm actually going to aim around here so that if they try to they try to shoot at my comrades, they have to shoot through basically wall of fire.
Okay, but the
But I have
the
to go up
fire's
that
the
staircase.
fire yeah, and the fire's only going to last for so many rounds as well.
Yeah, but I want to buy them time to get up here.
Sure, I understand what you're saying 100%, and I'm not trying to talk you out of it. I'm just making sure that we're clear on the mechanics.
Yeah, it's a distraction mechanic. It's meant to. Maybe it'll hurt this goblin a little bit, but other than that, it's there to buy these guys time to get up here and hurt things.
All right, well then you can. Oh well, you can't move this goblin, but I will move it. Just ping the exact square you want it in.
Zoom. That's about how big the fire is going to be, so right here.
There?
Yep.
Perfect. All right. And so as you chuck that goblin down, making sure that the oil is set to burst and burn as soon as it hits, you watch as flames erupt, and the goblin has to now make a dexterity save or take fire damage.
By the way, teammates, that's your cue.
Yeah, what's the signal?
I'm gonna climb this tree over here.
I guess everyone's gonna run as hard as they can.
Yeah,
Pretty
just
much.
come this
Just
way.
full bore.
So how far can we get before initiative triggers?
1 second.
They should have a second or two when they see the goblin come flying off the cliff. It's
Hell,
like,
should
oh
have had a
look,
surprise round.
oh look, it's a flying goblin. Gotta stock up on more oil.
I mean, technically, couldn't we have like cooked the hyenas and gathered their oil?
I don't know if we would have been able to manage that without any tools or setup.
Yeah, that, and I don't know if it's very combustible.
Okay, and now the goblin is gonna
Hyena oil would probably just be like, for like you could cook
Fat.
with it. Yeah.
his dexterity save. And he makes his dexterity save, so he only takes half of that fire damage.
And I do believe that should give my teammates I'd say a surprise round, just because you're going to need a few seconds to respond to the fact that one of your buddies just came flaming down on top of you.
Well, not offended or anything, but just I'll decide when you guys get surprise rounds. Don't worry. I appreciate you advocating for one, but you know, I will make all of those decisions. Basically, I was going to take a look at the situation and then say, so if you guys had discussed beforehand that as soon as they saw the fire to go, which I will allow you guys to, you know, say that that's what you did, then I am going to go ahead and allow for a surprise round, because indeed, all of a sudden from above, they're looking out because they think that they have the high ground and can just scope out what's going on. But you sneak stealthily through the woods and get up on top of there, and so you rain fire down from above on them, and they're just confused. they turn around to look at you, and you guys get to go. So everybody roll for initiative so that we can see what order we go in, and then we'll take the surprise round, action, and then your actions.
Damn. Like what is what? Like all of
What are these rolls?
So much better than my 5 last time.
We're slightly more motivated to murder them.
All right, can I cover the distance between here and this tree? And get to like here?
I would think so, because you have a climb speed that is the same as your speed, so you should be able to just use brachiation to just go right through the trees, basically.
Okay, well, I think that's gonna put me right about here, though.
You can use your dash action to get within melee range and then attack them on your next turn. Or you can go there and dodge.
Good.
Just gotta be mindful that there might be something in here.
Oh, and as part of your movement, make an acrobatics check to leap between the trees. Basically, you're going to reach the edge of one tree, do a little gymnast flip. You know how they like gain the momentum by like spinning around on the bar, and then like kind of leap through the air and grab the next tree.
Okay, so like from
When you make this gap right here.
sorry, my screen seems to be fighting with me.
It's okay. But yeah, as you leap through this gap, just make an acrobatics check. It's not gonna like affect your movement or anything like that. It's just to see how you make it across there.
how graceful you are.
Yeah, if you roll a natural one, you might like not be able to keep moving, but otherwise it's just a measure of like what you look like leaping through the trees.
Like a monkey.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm having trouble here. Okay, 1 second.
Oh, and make sure that you have your character set, your chat set to as your character, because Nalrar, you crashed the combat tracker when you rolled for your initiative as yourself instead of your character.
I have been set to as Nalraw this whole time, by the way,
Why is
since
your
the
picture?
beginning of the session.
Why is your picture like that then? What's going on?
It says Nalrar period, which, 1 sec. Apparently I have a Nalrar period and a Nalrar now.
Yeah, one's your name as your player.
Let's fix that.
Okay, so Sun Jiang, you acrobatically leap from tree to tree, and then do you do anything else with your movement or anything like that? What do you do?
I just get up to about there, um, and I guess I'm gonna throw a dart at
Well, you don't have enough movement to move there and still attack, do you?
No.
Yeah, no way.
Because he would have to use his dash to get there.
Yeah.
So that would be his action. So there goes his Bonuso.
Yeah.
wait a second, cause
How much
Yeah.
movement do we have?
35.
I have a movement speed of no, I have 45.
Where's the extra 10 coming from?
That comes from mobile.
Oh, mobile. Oh, I forgot about mobile for a second. But even with mobile, you got to move 30 to get to here, and
So
then
wait, he has
15 to get to
full-
here. So you can get right to here. And what works best is if you pick up your character here, I'll show you the movement.
Well, then if he has 45 feet, then he can move and chuck a dart. If he's got 45 feet of movement, he can move.
So
and chuck
now
a
I
dart.
have your character picked up, and I pushed Q, so I move 30 feet here. And then 45 feet there. So,
Okay, that's fine.
so that's your movement there, and now you're in the tree, and now you chuck your dart, and because you're like still in the tree, a branch hits your hand, and the dart just kind of clatters onto the stone in front of the goblin. It didn't come that close to hitting him.
No.
Oh,
Technically, he was hidden. I'm not arguing for anything. Just humor me. Dead goblin, fire goblin comes down from the cliff.
Yeah, I think
Everyone's kind of
I
turning.
think you can roll stealth normally. I'm not going to make you roll at disadvantage even though you took your full movement. But it's not going to be at advantage or anything like that either because you are, making your full movement there. So even though the goblin is distracted, he's not so distracted that he's not going to notice a monkey, flying up the trees possibly. So just roll normal stealth if you want to be hidden, and that would allow you to make a re-roll on that because technically it would have been at advantage if you were hidden.
there that way. Now I'm not in the way. Now people come up.
How'd you get up there?
Dash,
I ran.
Mo Chugga, dash, and then we horned him.
Use his primary weapon.
Yeah, I use my horns more than I use my freaking maul.
Like I said, you used your primary weapon.
That's
Maul
strong right horn, baby.
All right, sorry, I just need to double check your path.
Me?
Yep, and yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I went from there to there. It's
Yep.
like 45,
Yep, no,
and then
you're good.
15 or whatever.
I just wanted to make sure. And so
Yeah.
as you charge up the stairs, the goblin turns around and looks and sees you too late as you ram into him from behind. That probably sounded dirtier than I intended. And kill him with your horn, driving him to the ground and kind of chucking him off the cliff.
That was me like flinging him off the cliff with my horn. So his body's like down here. Yeah, there we go.
Perfect. And Sun Zhang, that is enough. Go ahead and just make one more dart attack.
Although that dart attack is kind of rendered pointless because
Yeah.
the goblin is now very dead.
Yeah, I don't really have the distance. So. Actually, this is taking a bit longer than I had thought. I have to get going.
Ooh, yeah, no problem. I was gonna wrap up right after this. You guys should mop these guys up pretty quickly.
Cool. Well, I'll catch you guys later, though.
Yeah, no problem. We're just gonna wrap up the battle real quickly here, and then that's gonna be it. So you're not gonna miss much.
Nice meeting you, Dave.
Yeah, nice meeting you.
Have a good evening. Good gaming.
Yeah, it was nice meeting all of you too. Have a good night. And catch you.
See ya.
Yeah, I was letting this go a little long because we had gotten started late, but it is almost time to wrap it up. But these first goblins, they're not, anything. It's just 5 goblins. You've already killed 2.5 of them, so this will go quick. The goblins are half dead.
Pretty much. So everyone gets their surprise round. Everyone gets another round. We win. Let's go.
Yep. So was that? Oh yeah, Kalik, you got to end your turn.
Oh, shite. I forget about that button.
Okay, so I am gonna join you.
Go on up there, Yogi.
Yeah.
Come get a piece of this picnic basket.
Hey, boo-boo. I'm gonna kick you. That one fell short horribly.
So I think I can move up to here. Yeah, I can be next to him and not block the stairs.
Yeah.
So I'd use my movement and dash. So that will, I guess, end my turn.
Okay.
I will see. Let's see the goblins from Harris.
You can see the goblins from there, kind of, but there's a lot of fire now in the way, so it's kind of hard to see them. Any ranged attack would be at disadvantage. But that works both ways.
Still gonna do it. Gotta see where they are.
Well, you don't. Doesn't matter. Use the star one, right?
And just,
Correct.
fire.
When you use the one that does not have an attack roll, you do not have to roll at disadvantage.
Ooh. Okay. How about the shooting stars 2, the level 2 of it? Shooting.
Do you have enough points left to be able to do that?
Where do I see that? I forgot.
That's under your spell points there, and why do you have full spell points again? You already cast. What's going on with your guys' spell points? Why aren't they subtracting?
I had
No.
arcane recovery.
Yeah,
Mine's subtracted.
you had arcane recovery, yeah,
I'm still at 1.
but
No,
Soul had cast shooting stars, and he still has both of his spell points. And in fact, you had cast it twice, right? Yeah, so you have no spell points left.
So I can't shoot it.
You cannot shooting star.
You have Comet.
You used both spell slots already?
He used the other one twice last time.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Probably why it went so fast.
Try. I will still comment.
Okay, so hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can get it to roll twice right away so that we know advantage or disadvantage.
Okay.
I thought you said I had 3 shots. Shooting star.
It does
Oh,
make
it's a
3.
per attack. Okay.
Yep. Okay, go ahead
That's
and
3 things.
Okay.
oh wait, did I do the right one? Yeah. Okay, go ahead and roll Comet. Perfect.
Oh, 1. Oh.
Wow.
So you don't hit the goblin as it dodges out of the way. It just barely sees the comet coming streaking at it before it manages to dive out of the way.
Wow. I'll sadly end my turn.
Alright. Well, re-enable arcane weapon. Choose the goblin at the back. Am I rolling at advantage for my height?
Yes.
I keep thinking your
Damn.
ammo was the damage.
Which one did you target?
This guy at the back.
Okay, sorry, it didn't show me the blood effect for some reason. Your crossbow bolt pierces the goblin through the head. As it turns around to look at you, you shoot it right between the eyes. And like I said, it's going to have the arcane weapon thing all set up next time, so
Yeah.
if we need to roll the extra d6, we will. And then is that your turn?
Get her a little bit back. Make it harder for them to shoot back at me.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe peek you over your shoulder and see if there's anything above.
Well,
Uh,
you're bird scouting. We didn't see anything, so.
yeah, but we're apparently at the base of like a huge mountain.
That's just to like describe how like the mountain goes on and everything, but like
Right.
yeah, no, there's not anything above or anything like that.
Okay. So you mentioned something about pressing Q and moving your character?
Yeah, so you got to hold down on your token after you select it, like how you would drag it around.
Mhm.
And then as you're holding it, press Q. And then when you get to where you want to make a corner or something like that, you press Q again. And when you reach the end of your movement, you press Q one last time and then drop your token.
And what does that do?
It shows me
Makes
the
a
path
path.
you took.
Oh,
When you have to go in not a straight line.
It also measures everything for you.
Except it does not appear to be working right now.
here is like if someone were to stand here, people up here wouldn't have line of sight. Well, there's a big fire, I guess that there's that. Is any of it bleeding downwards?
If they were here, they wouldn't have line of sight. But if they were closer to here, they would.
Is the oil kind of bleeding down the side, or?
No, it's just burning up right where you threw it.
All right, or he threw it.
He threw it, yeah. I
Perhaps I
meant
will
you.
keep
I
speaking
meant
like
you in
this.
the. I meant you in the royal sense.
That makes sense. The Rock Matter will move 30 feet and take the dodge action.
All right, and Sun Jiang is going to be content to take the stealth action in the tree. I'm not going to roll because the goblins are too busy dealing with you guys. And oops, before we continue with the next turn, all the goblins have to roll. All the 2 goblins plus 1 on fire. Oh, and I forget how it works with the surprise action. Weren't you guys only supposed to get 1 action?
What do you
One
mean?
round.
You get a full turn?
You do get a full turn? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it's called a surprise round.
Actions aren't separated in 5th edition. You just get like your chunk.
Gotcha.
There's no full round action like back in 3.5.
Right. Gotcha. All right. So Kalek.
Yes, yeah. I'm just gonna take a step over here. We're gonna
Doesn't
finally
seem-
use this thing.
Ah, the weapon.
Whap.
And he used it proficiently.
Oh yes.
You bring
use it
your
proficiently.
maul down, but the goblin blocks it with his shield.
Blocks it.
Blocks.
Barely.
That shield is
It does
destroyed.
make you question for a second your overall Minotaur strength.
Both the
Did I- what
Minotaur
did I
and the
do?
Goblin are
Did
surprised
I just
by
like
this.
lift my arm and just sort of like look at him and like let the weight of my arm go like pong? Like there was no actual umph behind the swing.
Yeah.
No umph. Max roll on the damage. No umph.
It was just gravity doing its job, dude.
Eh.
I just held the weapon up and it went pong.
And no, I think I like exactly what you said, how like you bring your hammer down and the goblin brings his shield up and it stops, and it's like that moment when Thanos and Captain America are both surprised that he's stopping him temporarily. Like, wait, what is happening? I have the Infinity Gauntlet. Get out of here.
Well, I tried. Oh well. I guess I gotta click the button, huh? There we go. I tried.
Did you ever rage?
No, this is why I'm not gonna. If there's something in that cave, I want it for that.
I'll get mad later.
Get mad later. I only got one more chance. Like we didn't rest, and I used it in the last
Don't
battle,
rest.
so I gotta keep one laying around.
Oh, yeah, make sure you take your +2 back off. Oh, you
Well,
did.
you-
Oh, you did. You're good.
I mean, I didn't click rage this fight, so I would hope it's not on there.
Oh, what? How come you have 1 rage gone then?
Because we never rested between the last fight and this one.
Oh, right. So if you had clicked rage during the last fight, didn't it add the +2? Oh, I took the whole +6 off because you were getting too much. Gotcha. We're good.
I don't know, man. I mean,
No,
just
we're
clicked the
okay.
button.
I just
Click the
want.
button you made for me, man. There's a mall button. I click
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna make you an end rage button so that everything will be good from now on.
Okay. But was rage on there? Oh, rage was. Is it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, rage is one of your options. It's your last button on the bottom
No,
right.
no. I'm saying on that attack.
There was no
I didn't
rage on
have
the
rage.
attack.
No,
There
you
was
no rage damage. Correct.
Okay.
Okay, so Soul moves up by you guys.
What's up, buddy?
I think I was advantage. Do I have common face here? Like that.
If you're using push to talk, you need to hold it down just a second longer. You're cutting off just a little bit.
It's more that his volume isn't set high enough on his microphone.
Yup.
Nope.
Hi.
Hi.
I was saying, what's up?
What's up?
What's up? I'd come join y'all. Then I wouldn't be at a disadvantage. I could throw a comment at the face, you know? So, thinking, this guy, comment.
And unfortunately, because you don't have advantage, the 5 still misses. So somehow this super goblin here blocks Kelek's maul with his shield and then uses the momentum to roll out of the way as your comet comes streaking towards it.
We got a tricky one, boys.
Keep that one alive. I want to question him. How you do that?
Ow.
Okay, well, third time's the charm. Come up. Warhammer. Whack.
Come on, baby, come on. Ooh.
The goblin jukes and jives and ducks and weaves, sticks and moves, does everything he can to keep you guys, at bay. But Tonrak just kind of lumbers forward and lazily swings his warhammer at him, knocking the crap out of him. The goblin is dazed and kind of looks up with stars circling around his head at you guys. He's not going to lose his turn or anything like that, but he's just been knocked for a loop.
You softened him up, Kelek.
All that vibration going through his arm.
Skitter.
Yeah, thanks for making that creepy.
Right?
You're just missing the voice alteration.
I like that your first round you guys killed half of them in the surprise round, and now on the second round you're like halfway through your turn and haven't killed a single other goblin.
Skitter.
You guys are a first half team, that's for sure.
Oh. I actually have to roll the extra damage.
Yeah, I got it right here.
Watch you don't roll enough.
Which one?
Let's give this guy acid.
No, which goblin? And acid, cool.
Oh,
I assumed, but
the other one's already having a bad day on fire.
I'll get it to say what kind of damage later. But yeah, so he dead. As you shoot the goblin, your arrow mid-flight kind of transforms into a bolt of pure acid, and as it strikes him, the acid burns and melts him away like the Wicked Witch.
Skitter.
Motherfucker.
In Undercommon, the goblin screams, "What a world!" Right, so the goblin is actually still alive, so he's gonna move out of the fire, because that'd be a good idea. And he is just gonna run right past you guys into the cave.
Attack of opportunity?
If you wish to take your attack of opportunity, he passed within 5 feet of both of you.
Yep.
Two large things are now swinging at his direction.
That's a miss.
We'll have to teach Kellic how to use his weapon again.
He's too busy goring things.
I'm only
Jesus
good at
Christ.
using a horn.
Nope, you
Oh.
stay here.
Oh, he laughs as Kalek swings at him and he misses, but then Tonrak, as the goblin jumps back because Kalek kind of timed it and waited for the goblin to run through, and he goes to swing, but the goblin timed it better, and right as you swing, he jumps back, stops on a dime, and jukes back. But Tonrak was ready and just kind of gives him a baseball swing to the back of the head, and he's knocked unconscious.
Nope, you stay here.
Well, it's kind of clustered up there, so.
Not a lot left up there.
No,
Just
I'm
one
actually
goblin.
gonna.
You can get up here. You can get up here.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up. I'm gonna use control flames to.
Have some fire.
Actually, I'm gonna have control flames move fire into the goblin's space. No, actually, it's stone. There's nothing to burn there. There has to be a flammable source where it can expand to.
The oil
The goblin.
is burning, and so I'm going to rule that what you can do with the control flame is essentially cause the oil to move with it. It's a little bit of a gaming of the mechanic, but rule of cool.
Oh, sure.
But that does cause the fire to halve in size.
That's fine.
It's done its job.
Does it burn the goblin?
It's going to force the goblin to make a dexterity save, and if it fails, then yes.
Damn. Goblin's on adrenaline.
I'd say he's
These
on
goblins
fire,
are-
but that's kind of the opposite of true.
Well, I keep going here, and then I have my turn.
Doesn't exactly have a whole lot of place to go, though.
All
Got
right.
an unconscious friend in front of him.
Yeah, so
Fire on him.
that goblin
And a cliff
actually needs
behind
to
him.
make a death save, which he does. And Sun Jiang is content to hang out there.
So maybe just use the horn this time.
I mean, technically, you can make a hammering horns and shove him
I
after the
could.
attack. Just shove
After
it back into the fire.
Another one?
Stick your head towards the fire.
Well, I missed, so I don't think I can.
I think it's so long as you make the attack action.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure hammering horns is if you make
No,
a
you
melee
have to-
attack.
you have
You
to
have to
hit.
hit? Oh, okay. Oh,
Oh, wow.
Immediately after you hit a creature with a melee attack.
okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
You can attempt to shove.
super goblin manages to make
Yep,
it again.
I'm swinging a miss. I don't know. I can't swing this ball anymore. I'm like retarded.
I mean, you aced all of your freaking dash gores, which is amazing.
Yeah.
You just forgot
He
how to
won.
use the hammer.
He just
Well,
wonders why he
you've
carries
never
this thing
had to
anymore.
use the hammer. You've been killing everyone by going into
Yeah,
them.
exactly.
Are we sure he's trained with the hammer?
He's trained at like opening rushes. Like he aces the rushes. After that, that's like, they usually run.
He carries it around just for
They're
the
normally scared
intimidation
of me
factor.
by then, you know.
Yeah, he just carries it around. He's like, I got a big hammer.
Dude, he who walks with a big stick, bro.
Yep.
If it's not the stick they should be scared of.
But that's
Clearly.
the distraction.
Yeah.
That's the distraction of it all. They think they need to be scared of the stick, and then there comes that right strong horn, baby.
All right. So is that your turn?
Oh yeah, whoops.
Click the button.
You know what?
Catboy has to have his chance.
It can't fail again, right? So I'm just gonna do it again.
It can,
Yeah.
but
It
let's
can fail
hope
again. I
not.
just failed twice. 3 times even, maybe? Was it 3
Dang.
times I failed with the weapon?
Yep, that would be the same.
Even with advantage, you still miss. I'm not saying you had advantage. I'm just saying even if you would have had advantage. That is an unbelievable amount of bad luck with your rolls in a row there. Probability wise, it's not even like really all that likely.
I'm just gonna take a nap now.
Yeah. Clearly the cat is tired and grumpy and not focused on what it needs to be doing.
Primal savagery.
Oh, there you go.
What does Primal Savagery do again? Hold on.
It turns
It's an
your
attack that's more likely to
Awesome.
hit because you have more wisdom than strength.
it turns your fangs into like magic fangs
Okay, so I will.
and your claws into like magic claws
There we go.
Magic Claus. Santa Claus.
and your bear hugs into magic bear hugs.
Well, then, rawr.
Damn, 23, son?
There
I
you
should
go.
start using this more.
You just bear claw him right in the chest, and he goes ricocheting off of the cliffside, splattering into a mound of blood and gore.
Well, because it's acid, you
Oh shit! It's true.
you either
Melt.
you either bite him and have acid dripping from your fangs.
Please don't
From your
bite
teeth.
a goblin that's on fire,
It's
covered in fiery
it-
oil.
it's not on fire. It was able to dodge out of the way, but there is fire near it. Or you enchant your hand to have acid dripping from your claws. So you choose which one, and either you bite down hard on the goblin and acid begins to eat away at it, or you swipe it across the chest and watch as it melts into a puddle.
Yeah, it's the claws.
Okay.
He's
Yep. And so you watch as the goblin melts into a puddle. There is one goblin left unconscious and dying, and then we'll enter the cave and wrap up.
Yeah, I hope everybody brought their jimmies. You gotta wrap up.
Jimmy's.
So do you
what do we
guys?
do about the unconscious one?
Yep. What do you do? What do you do with the unconscious goblin?
Clunk.
I mean,
It's
it
dead.
it
Give
is
a
make
shit.
it is making death saves, so like it might end up dying anyway. But
I mean, do you want me to smash it with my maul?
can you?
You can try.
Yeah. I mean, it might dodge still.
He technically has advantage, and any hit that hits is a critical.
Oh, right, because it's prone. Yeah.
Prone
Oh,
and unconscious.
Well, I slabbed it anyway.
Yep. So 12, 16 damage, and then another 12 is 28. So you basically turn it into goblin paste.
Good. I was pissed for missing it so many other times.
Think
Yeah.
Take Ven.
It is goblin jelly. So I'm gonna move you guys right inside, and we'll go from there. Like we'll wrap up, but like I wanna show you what you're gonna be dealing with.
The big taco, the burrito, the bad fried beans of it all. Anyone got some floss? I feel like there's something stuck on my tooth. Pisses me off.
You kind of dragged in the goblin and the fire and the Huyven.
Yep. Oops.
Man, without Kier, I'm blind in the dark.
Join the club.
Dark?
Now it's Drogbar's turn to be behind the bear. Just go forward. You're the mid shield.
Let us know when you run into anything soft. So yeah, you guys can't see crap basically until one of you lights something up. So I assume somebody's gonna do something about the light situation here.
Dancing lights.
Well, I can see just fine.
I can
I mean, are we
see.
getting
Well,
shot
your
at?
two big guys probably can't.
So
Dance.
before I would make a light, I would tell my party what's happening right in front of us.
Don't
Yeah.
the goblins see in the dark?
Goblins do see in the dark.
Yes.
And what
And I'm
does
assuming
Nalar
this is-
tell us?
I'm assuming that it's like, is this supposed to be the entrance we just came through?
Yeah, so at well, you're right at the entrance right here where the little bit of orange light is shining through. That's like the daylight.
So going in, we'd be able to see, because right now they would be, we would already be in combat.
Oh, yeah. I'm just showing you here. Like
Yeah.
it's blocked off because it's stone. They don't show you like the entrance, but you guys are back here in the tunnel. And
Okay.
so they haven't seen you yet because you're still in the entrance to the tunnel. But you can see in because you have dark vision, obviously. And the
So-
smart monkey and the smart kitties are staying behind, and you're taking lead because you can see in there.
I see 7 goblins that look average. One of them has more ornate trinkets on him. I suspect he is the big boss that we were told about.
Of the big kahuna.
Well, I can't see shit, sir.
Kill it.
Neither can I.
Kelly! Actually, wait. My
Got any more of that fire you had before? Hmm?
something better. My little spider shouldn't need to do a stealth to get in there, should it?
No.
Yeah.
So you guys all see the goblin boss there?
No.
Not yet, because I haven't thrown
Nope.
anything.
Oh, I clicked show to players. I thought it would show it to you guys.
No, dynamic lighting still overrules.
No, I meant there should have been a handout or something that popped up when I clicked show to players on the goblin boss character sheet.
Nope.
Goblin boss character.
Oh, okay, here. Let me do it this way then.
See a Mog, see a bonfire, see a Drakmar.
No, I got this. I'll show
I
you
see
the
a me.
I'll show you the goblin boss. Do.
You gotta have your spider cast light at on the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking brilliant.
Dome lighting. Love it.
So spider gets up on. Well, I'm already basically
install
on the
like
ceiling.
a multicolored prism or just straight up prism on the spider and have it like flump it in front of the light so that it does all these fancy disco lights.
There you go. Now your goblin boss thing comes up.
Jeez.
Wow.
Oh, hi.
That jaw unhinged much?
How's it going, dude?
So Nalrar sees and describes to you guys the goblin boss and how he's wearing much better armor and has skulls of goblins or something that he's killed actually impaled on spikes that he has on his armor and back, and he is clearly the big boss that they've been telling you about.
Okay. So
So you guys can worry about exactly how you're going to approach it from here. I see that you're already getting the clockwork spider in place. Have you done the vision light thing on it to where you turn the light on?
not yet.
Okay, so
Because I'm
you-
going to say to my party before I turn said light on that once the light turns on, they are at the end of the room, and to rush them.
Specifically,
yes.
Calic.
Yes.
Get your horns ready.
Yes.
so
Charge in there.
go ahead and turn the light on, and then we will pick up next week.
Basically, it's a lamp.
Come on, light.
Oh no, it's a candle. It's a candle.
The candle
Yeah.
for light radius.
Yes, sir.
Mine.
Yeah, sheds bright light at 5 foot and dim light at 5 feet.
Yep.
Can't I? Do
Yeah, Roxanne doesn't Roxanne have like the darkness abilities?
Yeah, dark.
yeah, I got.
He should have dark vision. You can see,
Yeah, he
can't you?
does.
No, but doesn't
Yeah,
he
I
have like
can
a
see.
special cantrip that lets him do things in the dark?
Yeah, he's got starlight that'll let him. Oh, yes. Any attack made against him not in bright light is at disadvantage when he has his cloak of stars activated. I think that's what I made it. Let me double check.
And doesn't he have like a light spell that
Yeah,
only
I
sheds
have a
dim
light
light?
spell.
Yes, Starshine is not your typical light spell, and it will only shed dim light so that it doesn't interfere with his custom ability that I gave him, which is Cloak of Stars. And the way that that one works is you can spend a bonus action to gain protection in areas of darkness. For 10 minutes, whenever you are in a square of dim light or darkness, attacks made against you have disadvantage.
Oh, that's very neat. Now you just need to get to level 2 to level 3 and get Shadow Blade.
Yeah,
And get
so
advantage on all attack rolls.
so as soon as you guys begin, he can turn that on, but if you put the bright light on, then he can't. But it's a candle, so it's only bright light in 5 feet around the spider. You're fine.
Yeah, and then well,
And if it's on the
Okay, so
ceiling, then you're like really fine because, you know, the bright light is up higher on the ceiling too.
it's only going up to here, and then dim light over to here.
Yeah, and the dim light is fine. It's only the
Yeah.
5 feet around the clockwork spider that matters.
So he's not going to be getting that far into the fray. All right. Well, that gives you guys the idea.
I literally see like just the little spider, and
Same.
that's it.
Yeah, same here.
Like, just the spider.
That's
I don't see anything
that's-
else. It's like dim light in on a spider.
Yeah, that's because for some reason it didn't click show light to all. I'll take care of that.
Could tell. I still pack. Oh,
What's that, Roxanne? You're breaking up just a little bit.
sorry. I said I still have dancing lights, which could help.
Yeah,
But
but
then
not
I
as
also
not
freak
as
them
much
out,
as
yeah.
Starshine. Starshine is your
Yeah.
go-to for this, you know.
Yeah.
Technically, Dancing Lights doesn't shed bright light. It's strictly dim light.
Yeah, I'm not
True,
talking about dancing lights. I'm talking about Starshine. That's
Yeah.
gonna be his go-to because it gives you a better radius and everything.
Yeah, I'm just saying I have it. Yeah, I agree.
So there you go. And I put oh, here, I gotta turn it on so
Technically
you
have
guys can
both.
see it. Here, now you can see the aura around the clockwork spider to know exactly where the bright light ends.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what you guys see. We will pick up there next week. this was a really good session. I'm, really glad that everybody had, a good time and got along with the new player and everything. So I'm looking forward to everybody getting to continue to role play and grow their characters and interact. And, it just really makes the world and the verisimilitude just so much more, appealing and real. And it's something that I think added to this session. So thank you guys for being so welcoming and all of that. I know as a group of friends, bringing somebody in can sometimes be a little odd, but also it's the same way coming into a group of friends. It's sometimes hard to be the odd guy out. So I think everybody handled it really well, and I'm glad that it was a good session. So good gaming, and see you guys next week.
Definitely. Good game.
Yeah, see you.
Hell yeah.
All right.